What's up, everybody? Here with another episode of the Slackercast. I'm Greg. With me today is Jonathan.
It's me.
Lawrence.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Mr. Late Sex Appeal. And back with us for part 2 of these lists, Corey.
It's good to have you back, sir.
It's good to be back.
All right, so we have to start off with bad news. Scott Hall has passed away at the age of, 62?
63.
I want to say 63.
Sad day.
Sad day.
Yeah, another great gone.
Sad day in wrestling. Another great gone. Just 2 NWO guys left.
Is that really? There's only 2 left? What about Hogan?
Of the original 3.
Of the original 3. There's plenty. Everyone was NWO at one point. Fucking Sting was in there.
It's kind of amazing. He's the first member of the clique that died, though. You know,
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's only like one Hart Foundation member left, but
I bet. What's his face? Kevin Nash is taking it pretty bad.
oh yeah. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know if you saw his Instagram, but he was pretty broken up.
No,
Yeah,
I haven't yet.
He said in his statement, like, something about, like, he's never loved anyone like he loves Scott Hall. So,
Even Hogan gave a tribute. You know?
Did he say no homo after he said that, though?
His kids I think they're full homo.
Can you blame him, honestly?
I got to say about Scott Hall, though, is I was thinking about it. You know, other than maybe Piper, is he the most important wrestler that never was a heavyweight champion?
That's
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, maybe him or Rick Rude.
Yeah.
It'd be a toss up between those two. Well, actually, I mean, you got a
put
lot.
Hall above Rude because he was, man, like he kick-started the Attitude Era really in that whole Monday Night War. So
the question is, would you put him above Kurt Hennig?
I would, just for his impact and what he did.
Yeah, in Hogan's tribute, he said it was him who resurrected Hogan. After Hulkamania died out, he was one that suggested he'd be a heel and go with Hollywood Hogan. That was all Scott Hall. Same thing with Sting. Sting, face paint, Sting, crow Sting. That was all Scott Hall. So that guy is a godsend.
So does everyone have like a favorite Scott Hall moment?
What's up, Dan?
Match?
Oh man, I mean the WrestleMania 10 ladder match, was huge.
that one's hard to top.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I'd say that was probably my favorite match of his, but honestly, I think one of my favorite moments was like that whole angle between him and Goldust was so good. Back when Goldust was still, bizarre. Yeah.
Bizarre.
Just putting it lightly. Yeah. Nice way to put
it. So
Dan Shine's asking if we know how Rick Rude really died.
I do not. I thought it. I figured it was probably due to painkillers, like most of them, but yeah, I really enjoyed the Goldust feud, Dan. Jonathan, what about you? What about your Scott Hall moment?
I don't really tell you the truth. I don't remember a whole lot about him because I really wasn't watching wrestling at the time.
Do you at least remember when he used to take the toothpick and go?
Oh yeah,
right.
I remember that part. Like, hey,
there's an awesome video of him in the ring with the rest of the NWO, and some fan chucks a can of beer from like a mile away, hits him square in the head, it gets all over him, and he just coolly just takes the beer and rubs it into his hair. Just cool as an assassin, man. That guy was something else.
It's crazy when you watch those older wrestling matches and you see all the stuff that used to get thrown into the ring.
Right? I'm like, what the
like that was just a normal thing.
I missed
that happened.
I'll say this: he was pinpoint fucking accurate with that toothpick when he flicked it.
What y'all think of his feud with Austin, though? Whenever he came to WWF again, I guess you could say. I know he wasn't the same wrestler as he was before, and Austin wasn't the same either, but
Yeah, I think he was just going through too much personal issues to really have a great.
That was kind of when
run
he was
that
at the
time.
height of his addiction.
His personal demons.
and Austin
I
was
know
going
there's
through
a-
divorce and stuff. So.
There's a story about that where whatever medication they give you to keep you off of drugs and alcohol. Well, he was on that when he did that
Wow.
run, and he was having the feud with Austin. Of course, Austin's got beer all over the ring, and like that beer got on Scott Hall and made him like violently ill because of the anti-abuse drugs he was taking. So,
Darren agrees with me there, with Kurt Hennig being in the conversation.
Yeah.
yeah,
But,
he's definitely in the conversation.
Dan said that, man, you know what? If there was ever a good reason to off yourself, that would be it. I just gotta say.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yikes.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't know that. I
You
didn't
take
know
a
that at
guy
all.
like Rick Rude, who is known for like being, the ravishing one and such like that, and then,
It's like being in
Yeah.
prison.
But yeah, rest in peace, Scott Hall. Too sweet. NWO for life.
Did y'all all want to do it at the same time, or
We're good. Let's move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
We already fucked it up, so
Yeah.
Dustin, you should be a very happy man right now.
why is that?
You know why? The comeback.
Tom Brady?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
It's
don't.
sad that the non-Brady fan had to get this. It's all right though. I know you're a little drunk, so
Well, I mean, I just don't like. He's not on the Patriots, so I don't care that much.
he's not your favorite quarterback ever.
I mean, he is, but I'm a Patriots fan first. People seem to forget that.
Okay, Corey, I got a question for you then.
Sure.
If Peyton or Luck came back for one more year, would you be excited? But it was not going to be with the Colts. It was going to be with somebody else. Would you just not give a fuck? Mostly
for Luck,
Peyton, not so much
Luck, I would like to see come back because he I feel like he had to leave before his time. To me, the thing with Brady coming back or Peyton came back, I feel like that kind of hurts their legacy a little bit. Like they
It's
kind of
kinda
turn
like-
into Brett Favre.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I was about to say. It's kind of turning into the Brett Favre thing for me, and it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And like since he's got to Tampa Bay, he's just like, he's kind of. I mean, he's always kind of been a douchebag, but he's just. I don't know.
He should
He
Doesn't-
have.
doesn't need the money. Why is he
So
doing
here's my
this?
question:
He doesn't care about the money.
Does he hate his outside of football life so much
Right.
that all he
Hey,
wants to
kids
do
are
is
rough,
play
bro.
football?
All
Kids
I
are
gotta
rough.
do is play football.
Well, he said the other day that he said in an interview that it would be hard for him to sit at home and watch guys play and be like, man, these guys suck. I could still play. And I mean, he's not wrong. He can still fucking play. So
Yeah, you got
Can you
6
get
rings
control of
to
those
prove it.
cats there, please?
you that's picking up. I got a
Man,
cat. I got a cat.
kept
in heat.
hearing.
She's in heat, so she makes all those weird noises.
I thought that was someone's kid.
Yeah,
Bad
right.
It's a
shit.
damn cat.
You bad
Oh yeah, Ted DiBiase's another one in the discussion for
Yeah.
Everybody's got a
I
price.
forgot about him.
never world champ. Well, I mean, he had the $1 million championship. That was kind of like a world champion, right?
Everybody.
He was also involved when it comes to the title in one of the greatest little match feud gimmicks ever when they had the two Hebner referees and Andre beat Hogan and then he gave the title to DiBiase.
Oh
So
yeah.
he did hold it for a little while.
Which led
Dustin-
to WrestleMania 4 in the
Dustin, you're gonna
tournament.
have to kick the shit out of that cat or something.
She'll stop in a minute.
Just stop, yes.
That's the thing, Dan. Like Brady rarely gets injured. So
because they're afraid they have to make another rule behind it.
I think it's just that he. I mean, he does take really good care of his body. So
yeah.
And
Takes
he's
really
still-
good.
and he's still good. So it's
He takes
like,
really good care of those refs. And
Yeah.
really good.
What he's using the pay for now. Here you go.
I mean, and honestly, at the end of the day, I wasn't that surprised because there's literally been rumors pretty much since the day he retired that he was going to come back. Except the rumor was that he retired so that he could get off the Bucks.
Yeah,
But apparently he's
are
coming
you
back to the
surprised
Bucks.
he's coming back to play for them?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be for the 49ers. And honestly,
Right.
I mean, I guess it still could be, but I mean, he pretty much said he wants to come back to Tampa Bay and he's got unfinished business and whatever. So
You
He's only got
that's not gonna happen.
he's only got one more year on his Tampa contract, right? So he could go to the 49ers.
He could go
next
there
year.
next year if he wanted to.
Dustin, you kind of have the old New England Patriot logo hair going on right now with the little curves out from the side.
Yeah, it's getting pretty long now.
It looks.
I gave
It
up
looks
cut my
long.
shit.
Cool, though.
I might cut my hair soon. I'm about to start a new job, so I might cut it off and sell the.
All right, real quick here before we
Cut
jump
it on
into
stream.
this list we're gonna do here. But speaking of which, the list we're gonna do today is part 2 of the TV series list. If you didn't see the description, which will be TV series from 2000 all the way to 2022. It could have started yesterday. It still qualifies for the list.
Cool.
But other than that, like, anyone got anything they want to talk about real quick before we jump into that?
Oh, man.
I think I really did from 2000 2010.
Really?
But
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's
I
fine.
thought 2010 was the cutoff. I thought it was only 2000.
I mean, he did say till today. I know
Yeah.
he did
You
say
guys
that.
just don't
but
pay
I just kinda
attention.
kept it. Yeah.
Lawrence. But anyway,
Great.
of course, all I've been doing is playing more Rust. I've switched to a weekly server now, which basically means that the server wipes every single week. So every Thursday, all the bases are destroyed and there's a new map.
Can I ask something about that?
Yes.
What are you gaining?
Well, see, here's the thing, Jonathan. I'm getting rated every single day anyway, so a weekly wipe is nothing to me.
Okay, all right, no problem.
So I was thinking about this. I'm like, why am I jumping on these monthly servers when I can't even last a week? Like, literally every time the weekend hits, I get rated.
Are there automated defenses in this game?
There is, but it takes a lot to get enough before you get rated when you're on
Gotcha.
limited time.
Okay.
It all depends on the map layout and such like that too, because like if you get a shitty map layout and like all the little barrels and like chests and stuff like you get good stuff from is too spread out, you're at higher risk of getting killed.
Right.
So you want to try to find one that's like near a safe zone to where you can quickly harvest and then run back in the safe zone.
Well, another gaming news, they finally released the PS5 version of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh man.
Get to buy it again.
Actually,
Stay at Skyrim.
there was a special preload like a couple of days ago. If you preloaded it like on that day, it was free
Oh, that's nice.
if you already have the game.
Right. I heard that they are accelerating GTA 6 development.
Good.
I'll
Hey,
believe
Jamie,
that
what's
when
up?
I see it.
Only took him 20 years.
Jamie,
Hey,
hello.
it's up, Jamie.
I mean, this literally it's on the third generation of console. So
Yeah.
But my friend was telling me, Anthony was like, people don't realize how long it takes to make games. Like people think it's just like that.
It don't take that
It
fucking
takes-
long, Lawrence.
yeah,
Yeah. Don't take
If
that
you want
long.
it to be good, you're right. It don't take that long for shitty games. If you want the game to be good, it's going to take you a couple years, guys.
Well, the thing about GTA 5, though, as someone that plays it a lot, the online version of it is that's what's sustained it for so long is because the online version of the game is incredible, and
Yeah,
you
it
got a
is.
lot of people that will that are dumping money to buy whatever the money in the game, so and they
And
add
Rockstar is known for milking it.
yeah, and they add stuff too online. Like they just added a new DLC that has Dr. Dre in it, and you have to like do missions for Dr. Dre. and there's a whole freaking Dr. Dre album inside the game, like a new Dr. Dre album inside the game.
Look, I don't have a problem with them having one team that focuses on nothing but GTA 5 online. Then you got your other team that's making your new fucking game, but don't milk it, man. Pump out another fucking game. What's it been
Next year makes 10 years since GTA 5 launched.
Yeah, 10 years is ridiculous.
10.
It's like
They
Final
aren't
Fantasy
known,
time, man.
They aren't known for releasing games quickly, so
Yeah,
I mean, I'm all right. If the game launches and it works, I'm a happy guy.
There's only 2 Red Dead Redemptions.
Yeah, which
we don't talk about that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why is that, Justin?
I'm playing the second one now, so
I know they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it with the license, but wouldn't it be awesome them making a version of like NFL Blitz?
NFL Blitz, you took me back, dude. I love the Blitz games.
If Madden cared about their fans at all, they could honestly add a game mode like that.
Yeah.
If Grand Theft Auto wants to be like that type of game, that's like that just keeps upgrading the same game over and over and over again, then they just need to take on like the MMORPG platform and just have one big massive game that you just keep adding DLC to.
I think that's where it's
that's basically. I mean, that's what it's been. That's what it's been for the last.
Yeah.
Not really, because what they add is new missions and shit like that. They don't add new additions to the map.
Yes, they do.
Like what? Like, give me an example.
They have a.
But what would the next game be? Like
the KO Perico heist, which was the second to last DLC they released, is a whole new island in the game.
Can you go to the island outside of the heist?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's not much to do over there, but I mean, they add stuff to it. The content that they add is like good shit. So, the casino, when they added the casino, that was a whole new building with all kinds of shit to do inside of it. There was an arcade DLC where you can buy an arcade and put arcade games in it, and people can go play in your arcade, and you earn money off the arcade in the game.
They did release another Grand Theft Auto. What would it be about? Where would it be set at?
Like GTA 6?
Yeah, if they were rumored
that it's going to be another city.
Yeah, there's fucking a million cities. Just pick one.
It's rumored that
there's a rumor.
Miami Vice
updated
version.
It's going to be Vice City.
Vice City, baby.
But it's going to be modern, not the 80s version.
Ooh.
I heard different. I heard it was going to be the 80s version.
Oh, for real?
I'd like to go back to San Andreas. That'd be fun.
Yeah, well, they released a remaster of 3 and San Andreas,
and it was bad.
Yeah, people were pretty upset about it.
I'm with Jonathan here. I think when you reach that 10-year mark and you haven't put anything out, it's kind of ridiculous.
It was about time for another one about 2 years ago. And hey, it's their business model, do what they want. They're making money, and I'm sure it's one of the highest earning games out there right now.
I think it is. I think it's number 1.
Yeah. So I get it. I get exactly why. Because why change it if you're making stupid money off of it?
Yep.
So it's not the company's fault. Baby. It's the people's fault for buying.
Exactly.
It's
the people's fault.
I actually all the time, whenever if I have to work electronics and someone's buying GTA 5, I'm like, why are people still buying this game? I'm like, why?
Same with Skyrim.
So much out there. Yeah.
Skyrim is on 15 different consoles.
You have to stop that 12-year-old from buying it. You're like, sir, are you 18?
And the way they make money is like they release the DLC and it's free, but then if you don't have a bunch of money in your account, so because you usually have to buy like a building to even get it to like kick off. So that building might be like $2 million. So then instead of a lot of people aren't going to sit there and grind in the game to get the money. So a lot of them are just going to go buy a shark card for $40 and they'll get their 2 million and then bam, it's
a genius business model. It really is.
As much as I hate it, it's smart.
Oh yeah, it's.
Then you got guys like me that will grind. And so NBA 2K, that is another perfect example. So they have the My Career mode, and they made it super hard this year when you first start. They made it so hard that you almost want to break your controller, but it's because they want to force you to buy the VC money so that you can upgrade your character so that you can get better faster. But then you got guys like me that'll just sit there and play it and play it and play it until I and earn the money and then do it myself that way because I don't never pay for shit.
Well, it must be nice to have so much free time, Dustin.
Yeah, well,
I don't even have that much
Jamie
free
is the
time.
Queen
I
of Hearts.
play like an hour a day, maybe, if even that. Most of the
All
time,
right,
I pass.
Jonathan, you said you've been playing what was it? Fallout 76, right?
Yeah, Fallout 76.
How you liking it?
Been pretty knee deep in that. You know, the when it first launched back in the day, it was bad. But it has redeemed itself over the years. I think it's been like 3-4 years now, maybe.
But Jonathan, you have to agree,
But
3 is the best one.
3.
3 is my favorite one, actually.
3 is
I
my
like
favorite
3.
one, dude.
3 is fantastic. 4 had some missteps, so yeah, probably 3 would probably be the best.
I know a lot of people like New Vegas best, but to me, 3 was the pinnacle.
But Fallout 76 is what I wanted, was Fallout with other people.
I think I would like it. I need to. Is it cross-platform by chance, or probably not?
I think so.
Ooh, if that's the case, then I need to get it, and me and you need to team up.
Yeah,
but I gotta find out.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. But yeah, it's essentially what it is, though. It's Fallout with other people, I mean, it's like same kind of missions, and the other factions there, Brotherhood skills there, all the classics, everything's there.
Is it a soloable game though? Like, can you solo through?
You can, yeah. Like all the missions are soloable. You're gonna, when you get to the end game, you're gonna need like some help to do events and stuff, but you can still do those events on your own if you're badass enough.
Gotcha. Yeah, other than that, so I know Lawrence, myself, and Jonathan, we've all seen the Batman. What about you, Dustin?
Nope, I haven't seen it yet.
Corey, you haven't seen it neither?
No, not yet.
Well, then we'll give it just a quick opinion of the movie. Then I will say, me and Dustin are me and Lawrence are gonna do an in-depth review on it later. But
probably tomorrow.
I loved it. I'll say that I absolutely loved it.
There is a God.
I'm gonna say,
sure you're gonna roast
I have a one-word review. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yikes!
Yikes is in good. Yikes,
Yeah, I was wondering about this yikes because you said that in the
yikes. No, sir.
You'll have to explain this later.
Yeah, we got to hear this
in more detail
later.
We're done. Get that Batman out of here.
I will say it's the best Batman to date, but we're going to talk about that on the review.
Full of shit.
That I don't know if I agree with Lawrence, but we'll get.
They
into
go
that
in here
later.
now. This Matt Reeves Batman is a new thing. It's the only Batman I need.
Okay. What about that Batmobile though?
That's what I'm saying. That right there is one reason it's better than the Nolans.
It's a Trans Am.
It's an actual hot rod. It's not a souped up tank.
I thought
It's
Burt
not
Reynolds was driving
repurposed
it.
military.
It has a jet engine, but it could barely keep up with the Penguin's car.
He was trying to avoid traffic, you moron. He was on a freeway.
Anyway,
We're spoiling. Yeah, stop.
All right,
Chevy. You still can't, whatever.
So let's jump into it, guys. Top 10 list. TV series 2000 to current. Who wants to shout out their honorable mentions first? Whoever does honorable mentions is going first on the regular list. So.
Oh, never mind.
It's what.
No, I'll go ahead and go.
All right, Corey, you go first. Then.
So my honorable mentions, I kind of put together 5 here that are shows that I've not seen all the way through, but what I've seen of them I really liked, and at some point I do want to go through them all. So, my first one is very new. It's the Peacemaker show with John Cena. It's a really great show, I think. My next one is Sons of Anarchy. Not got all the way through that one, but
Sure does, Jamie.
It's a great show from what I've seen. Another one is Lost. The episodes I've seen have been great.
I think you'll like Lost. I really do.
Next one's 6 Feet Under. Show back in the day on HBO. And then my last show is a show called Barry with Bill Hader. He's a hitman, but he wants to be an actor. It's a pretty good show. I just haven't got all the way through it yet. So those are my 5.
That sounds like a fun show.
All right, so I have 8 honorable mentions. I'm just gonna blow through them real fast here. All of these are shows that I'm either currently watching or have seen in like the past few years. So Heels is on my list. Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, Euphoria, All of Us Are Dead, Mindhunter, Squid Game, and Chernobyl is all my honorables.
Cool.
Lawrence, what do you got?
All right. My honorables are as follows.
Is it wrote on paper?
Psych,
like a little piece of paper?
No, it's a big piece of paper.
He went big for this one.
Damn.
Right on a napkin.
I went big, and I didn't want to go. Yeah, go big or go home. But Psych, y'all remember that show with James O'Day, and it's just a funny little show. Kind of reminds me of me and Greg's relationship.
Good pick, Dan.
Freak.
Sorry.
Farscape. Nice, Dan. Number 4 was Jackass, because like when I was a kid, that was like really popular. Something we all got around and watch, and it was just before YouTube was big. That's the only way you can watch people do stupid shit. And then number 3 was Legend of the Seeker. That was a little neat show from back in the day.
Call me the Seeker.
Was that the song from it? Or did you just make that up just now? Number 2 was Star Trek Enterprise. Right? I was making fun because Greg came up with that on the fly. I never heard that song. But number 1 was Burn Notice.
Okay.
Enterprise major.
Enterprise was good. It wasn't the best of the bunch of the Star Treks, but for that era, that was what we had. It's
a lot of TNA though. A lot of that. What was the Vulcan's name? What's her name?
Oh man, she was hot.
Well, they showed her off a lot in that show.
Yeah. They swore up and down she was.
They thought she was the bee's knees. Anyway, I only have 2, but I primarily went from 2000 2010. My first one is Monk, because
Monk was a good show
with Tony Shalhoub in it is fantastic. I love him.
Sing the song, Greg.
No.
No. And Spartacus. Is it Blood in the Arena? Is that the one?
Blood and Sand. That was the first one.
That was with James Whitfield.
Yeah. That's my 2. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was great. Unfortunate.
It was a great show. I did leave it off my list though for specific reasons. Because I don't want to have too many swords and sandals things on my list as well.
Swords and Sandals Part 2. Kill me now.
Yeah, I got my sandals. I just need my swords.
All right, Dustin, what's your honorables?
My honorable mentions are my number 5 is Jackass.
Nice.
My number 4 is Love is Blind. My number 3 is 90 Day Fiancé, The Single Life. My number 2 is 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way.
You're such
and my number 1 is 90 Day Fiancé, the original version.
And I'm gonna say that your girlfriend made that list, obviously.
Why is she making your list for you?
The only thing that's missing is the Bachelorette or Bachelor.
No, I hate that show. We don't watch that show. I legit love those shows. They are a fucking train wreck, and I love watching train wrecks.
Jamie's watching.
That Love is Blind show. I've watched both seasons of it. It's incredible. Like, it's just you don't even realize human beings like that exist.
Especially
and then
you mean actors
and acts like Jim Carrey.
And 90 Day Fiance is just. I mean, I know you've watched that show before, Greg.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much all of them.
Do you watch all the little side ones too, like
yeah.
the Other
Before
Way
the
and
90 days and all that
Before
stuff.
the 90 Days and
Yeah.
all that shit? Yeah,
Now,
we
don't
watch
get me
that
wrong.
shit religiously in my house.
I like those shows, but they don't belong on a top 10
No,
list.
dude, I love those shows. I love
It's
those.
his list, Greg. Let him say it.
I mean, I like the shows. So I mean, it's shocking. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
The first shocker.
I do kind of want to disqualify him for not listing them all as one and fucking individually listing each show.
They're different shows.
They're different shows and they're all good for their own
And
reasons.
they're different people in the same show. Okay.
No. Because in the Other Way, they're in the foreign countries, and then in the regular one, they're in America, and then the Single Life one is all the people that didn't end up with those people, and now they're in the dating world.
Oh, back in the pool.
What's happened to you, man?
I've become domesticated, bro.
I know. It's kind of shocking for me. All right, Corey, we'll move on. I got to get past this.
I wanted to show you guys my sword when we were talking about sword and sandal.
It's funny that you have one of those to me, but I don't blame you because I know why you have it.
Why do I have it?
Because, man, picking up all your kids' toys is
Fuck
fucking
yeah,
taxing on the
know.
back. And you need that shit. And especially when they got something like Legos and it's small, so you got to pick up multiple little pieces or scoop them all together.
All that shit, bro. All
try to
that
get
shit.
it at once.
The dads are
the dads
have spoken.
That was Tina's idea. She ordered it. We actually have two because we got one for upstairs and one for downstairs, and their primary purpose is to pick up fucking toys, dude.
That's it. That's all they used for.
And my son is one of those kids that likes to take the whole box of toys and just fucking like throw it over his head and just let it go all over the place.
I just straight up drill sergeant until they pick them all up.
Yeah.
Make them do it. You pick them up right now.
It's good to be back to normal where my pick's getting stepped all over.
Oh,
I know, right?
Yes.
Number 10, Corey. Sorry. What's your number 10?
sir.
Well, my number 10 is a reality show too. And,
You have pictures? All right,
yes.
sweet.
And it's of course the Osbournes.
Okay.
Boy,
there's so many good like little
I actually
reality
liked
shows
that
from
show.
that time.
I will say there's no reality shows on my list at all.
That was the 2000s.
That's the only one on
summed
mine.
up was a reality
the
show.
reason is because I kind of forgot about them, honestly. Like, to me, they're like, are not like TV series to me. They're just kind of shows. But, I mean, technically they are series, so. All right.
Greg, you're up.
I know. I'm about to load it up, bitch.
If it was anyone else, we'd be rushed. Everybody else would have gotten rushed.
My number 10 is 6 Feet Under.
Says who?
My introduction to Michael C. Hall. It was a great show. I watched the entire series and I absolutely loved it. The towards the end, the last few seasons were kind of, not as good as the first three, but it was still good. I liked it.
What was it called?
6 Feet Under. It's about a family who runs a funeral home.
About that first, the thing I remember most about that show is that first episode where the dad dies, and it's like,
oh yeah,
unexpected.
Yeah, because you thought he was going to be like in the show for the long.
I mean,
run,
I think he was billed before the show came on as like the main star of it.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
My number 10. Oh, y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, my number 10. I mean, this is gonna sound kind of gay, but this is what I watched when I was. I used to try to sneak. I used to sneak episodes. I used to like hate this show, but like,
God.
It would come on, and I would just sit there and watch it.
Fucking spit it out, Lawrence.
And it was The Hills. My number 10 was The Hills.
You're making a mockery of this list already, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a bunch of hot people arguing all day. That's
okay. I can get behind that.
And I would be like, "Who? This is what they do for a living. They're rich and they just yell at each other." So, I mean, it was pretty cool.
Not do it for free
for 10 seasons.
Oh, damn.
Did it really last that long?
Damn, dance it just kind of gay.
little bit gay.
All right, Jonathan,
No, it
what's
was
your
like
number
5
10?
seasons or something. Go ahead.
All right, so mine is Mythbusters.
Wow.
Oh, you cheated, man. I know you put that in there.
Yeah, how I cheat?
Yeah, how's that cheap?
It's Mythbusters, baby.
I forgot
Just because
about
you
it.
had the hills and he had Mythbusters doesn't mean he
Right.
cheated.
Mm.
All right, Dustin, what's your
Not a
next
good pick,
reality
huh?
TV series?
I don't know. I saved all those for my honorable mentions, but
Okay.
my number 10, and I got it pulled up, is Silicon Valley.
Silicon
Is that
Silicon
show
Valley.
good? I've never heard of. I don't really know what it's about.
It's really good
pretty
at that.
good.
Actually, it's about the guy in the red jacket. He is the main character. He's like a genius guy, like Mark Zuckerberg type, and he is trying to kick off his startup, and basically it's about that. But it's a comedy, and it's got a lot of funny people in it, and that guy just plays like the super awkward nerd just perfectly, and the show is really good. And it's a quick watch too because the episodes are 30 minutes long, and I
I
think it's
love
like 5
series that are
seasons.
short like that.
So you can get through it really quickly. I need to watch the last season, but I don't have my HBO Max right now, so I need to re-up it.
Re-up it.
HBO and Discovery is about to merge, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I do have Discovery Plus because I literally watch the fuck out of all those shows on there. So
Me too.
Yeah, they're eventually
That's
going to be.
what
It's going to be one app.
really,
Yeah.
oh well, shit,
One world app.
definitely
For
gonna
$30 a month.
Yeah, I hope.
All right, Corey, number 9.
Number 9.
Well, number 9 for me is one that is very new, and I actually just wrapped up watching it the other day. It is Pam and Tommy.
I've heard so many good things about that, man. I need to watch it.
Man,
I thought it was really
everyone
good.
told
It kind of had me locked in the whole
Yeah,
series.
someone
so,
told me that like the first episode is all you need to watch, and you'll be fucking instantly hooked.
Yeah.
just the ads for
Is
it.
that good?
Were good.
Yeah.
I have to step away for a second.
Yeah, I
Because
love
it's
it.
actual. Is it like actual footage or is it actors?
No, it's actors.
Okay,
But man, they do their mannerisms and everything really well.
man.
I will,
gotta
little
check this out.
warning. There's a lot of fake Tommy Lee penis in it. So especially in one
prosthetic
episode,
penis is the best.
It's kind of talking to him and shit. So
Oh yeah,
What?
I did hear there was a scene where his wiener talks to him.
Oh man, I like it already.
but it's fun.
Lawrence,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
talk to me all
Lawrence's
the
face
time.
right now. He's so happy. Look at him.
He's got it pulled
He's
up right
fucking
now.
glowing.
Whole different reason.
I actually thought about doing a series like that myself, but it's me talking to my penis, not my penis talking to me. So
Is it yelling at you like you?
I yell at it
Is
actually.
super aggro. Okay.
It's mostly just me berating it the whole time.
Why don't you work anymore?
All right, my number before we get any further into that,
Oh shit.
my number 9 is Black Mirror.
Oh dude, that's
I jumped into this show without really knowing what it was because everyone told me I need to watch it, and I was instantly hooked. It's that post-utopia kind of thing that like, hey, this shit's really gonna happen kind of show, and probably will. I mean, the show's so well done. Wasn't too crazy about Bandersnatch. I didn't care for that.
Oh, you didn't like Bandersnatch?
No, I really didn't. But other than that, I love Black Mirror.
Is that
Definitely
the most British word of Bandersnatch?
That's dirty.
Guess what, Lawrence?
Bloody Bandersnatch. Go ahead.
You're up.
All right, guys. My number 9. It's not impressive to most people, but I like it.
Absolutely, Dan.
It was Veronica Mars, and it was Kristen Stewart at her best, man.
Kristen Bell.
I'm sorry, guys. Too many Kristens.
don't you disgrace her like that.
But yeah, this show came on, and it was like the Nancy Drew of its time. It's pretty decent.
Kristen
like-
Stewart
like
was
14.
amazing as Kristen Bell playing
Yeah.
Veronica Mars. It was absolutely mind blowing.
I've heard good things about that. I just haven't
Lawrence's
checked it out.
picks, man. I don't know about this.
They get better, man. I know. I'm running through all this. All my
They get
we're
better.
just on 9. We're
Like
just
you
on
already
9
know.
right now. We're just
You
on
already
He's
nine.
got a
they're
big piece
bad,
of
okay.
paper, Jonathan. Have some faith.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did. He did write his list on a big piece of paper this time.
In all caps, too.
Yeah.
Have y'all
I
seen,
do write in all caps. That's actually
have
true.
y'all seen Black Mirror? By the way, Dan commented on the pig episode. Has everyone seen that episode?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I
Everyone's
haven't
heard
seen
of
it,
it.
but
Even if you hadn't
I did
seen
leave it off
you
my
know.
list, but it is great, and I love that it's like every episode is like different.
Oh yeah,
I like
Does the
stuff
pig
like
fuck him or does he fuck the pig?
he fucks the pig. He doesn't have a choice.
Oh. Well, that
that.
makes
I don't
a
think
little
there's any jail episodes. Lawrence. Sorry.
bit. Yeah, sorry, Lawrence.
There is robot dogs though, and those creep me the fuck out.
Oh, you don't like the robot
the
dog?
killer robot dog. Yeah, that one.
Oh god.
And they have actual
Greg,
robots that
tell 'em-
like really
tell 'em
pretty
the
much
story.
look like that.
Well, that's the thing. You know, I see the robot dog episode, and then I find out that shit's real, and I'm
It's
like, oh
real.
fuck.
Yeah,
That's
You
even
can
worse.
see like their sensor on their face being like a green light for happy. and
That's
they
the
see
thing.
you,
That's what creeps
and
me
it just
out. Is, you
switches
know,
to red, and it's like
you see one of these
Oh,
dogs.
yeah.
It's out there. It's got the green light. It's wandering around, and all of a sudden that shit turns red, and it's facing your direction. You're like, oh fuck.
Oh shit.
attack mode.
I don't like angry regular dogs, and angry robot dog is even more fucking terrifying.
no feeling.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right,
Just
Jonathan.
cold.
Moving on
So-
from that, we just completely ignored Lawrence's pick and just went right back to mine. So number
Well-
9 for you.
Well, mine is a little underwhelming, but it is Big Bang Theory.
You know what? I'm gonna say
You're a big
something.
banger, Greg.
This
Go
is-
ahead and rip him.
This is going to be an unpopular
Yeah.
opinion, but I fucking hate that show.
We
I always
both
have.
hate this show. We hate all those characters. We hate that. person.
I've never really liked it. That I mean, I can see why people would like it, and there's parts about it that I do like, and I've watched a lot of episodes of it, but I just can't.
Oh,
I wouldn't
I
put it on a list.
100% get the appeal of the show. I don't hate on anyone who likes it. It's just not for me. Like there's a guy at my work who fucking loves it, man. And I told him, I was like, man, it's like this show is just not funny to me, man. That's just not my kind of humor.
That's some humor that goes over your head. I understand.
It's not even that. It's just not
I'm
funny.
not trying to say that you're stupid.
You're dumb.
Okay. Look, it
It's
went over his
fine.
head. Man.
He's not sophisticated.
I'm trying to say that you're a
Oh,
dumb
okay.
fuck.
Now, there's plenty of folks that go a little overboard about that show.
You can only watch Jeff Foxworthy.
It's a little too much.
Callie Cuoco is hot though. If that's how I said her, you said her name right. She is hot.
It doesn't matter.
Cali Coco.
Yeah,
No, you
Callie
come
Cuoco, Cuoco,
Cacao.
Cacao.
They use her well in that show.
All right, Dustin.
The phone.
Yeah.
All right, my number
I
9.
promise I didn't snort coke before the show. My nose is just itching fucking unbelievably.
My number 9 is a show on Netflix, and it's called The End of the Fucking World.
Into the fucking world.
It's a show about this kid and this girl, and they're like, I don't know, they're like 17, and they decide to run off together because she's got a fucked up life, he's got a fucked up life, and they're kind of in love, but they're not really in love, but they are in love. Well, they don't really know. They're like exploring their feelings. But anyways, a whole bunch of fucked up shit happens. The ending is really fucking crazy. They did make a second season, but the way the first season ends, you don't really expect there to be a second season. That's all I can say without spoiling it. But it's only 2 seasons. It's like 10 episodes. If I remember correctly, they're short. So it's another one that you can just binge through, and it's really fucking good. That kid, the British kid, he's a really good fucking actor. So I recommend that show to anybody.
All right. The End of the Fucking World. Jonathan or Lauren Dustin's number 9.
Cool.
All right, what are we on? Number 8. That'll be you,
Right.
Corey.
Yeah. All right. Number 8 is I think a pretty awesome show. It only had 1 season. The show is on ESPN, and the NFL forced them to not make any more.
Yes, dude.
And it's,
That show was so
called
good on Netflix.
Playmakers.
Yes.
Playmakers.
It was too real. The NFL
Yeah.
hated it.
Yep.
I need to watch that then.
Dude, it was so good.
Greg, you'd love it, dude.
Yeah, you would love it. It's like Any Given Sunday on crack, dude.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely love it then.
But Greg,
It's-
didn't
it
I
was
hate
so
Any Given
good.
Sunday?
Yeah, you hated Any Given Sunday.
Me?
No,
No,
I did.
Lawrence.
Oh.
It's
No.
one of the cartoon.
It's like more realistic. It's like a more realistic but it's like a Euphoria version of.
There's like a scene where the star running back is running to get heroin or something before the game, and he's like in a crack house like half hour before the game kicks off or something.
Yeah, this already sounds like a show for me.
Dude, in Any Given Sunday, if this is anything like that, the dude's eye comes out his head.
That's his only problem with that movie.
Because it's unrealistic. Like, when have we watched the football?
It's not really
game?
that unrealistic. I mean, shit like
That
that.
happened
Does
to
happen.
That's what I
Johnny
tried to tell
Knoxville.
him, but he doesn't fucking believe it.
Johnny Knoxville. He wasn't using like proper headwear or something. He didn't.
Just because you have a helmet on doesn't protect your eyeball from popping out.
Hey, Alex Smith broke his leg and damn near lost his whole leg.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
did
Boy,
So
how
did
did
that
look
Bears tight end, Teddy Bridgewater, almost lost his leg. Teddy Bridgewater almost fucking died from his leg being broken because it severed every artery in his kneecap.
All right, so I'm not gonna go into this rant with Lawrence. I'm just not doing it. My number 8 is Shameless.
Ooh,
A
that's
show
too
that
low,
I
man.
shit on for the longest.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I
And
recommended
because
this
I
show
didn't
to
know what it was
Greg.
about. Yeah, Dustin did
I
recommend
recommended
it
this
to
show
me.
to Greg, just like Euphoria, and he shit all over it
I
and was
watched
like,
it.
"I'll never watch a show like that," and he fucking loves that show.
I saw a couple episodes and I didn't get it.
Well,
What's
I'm going
it
to say
about?
this. Let
Go
me
ahead.
say this. This picture right here basically tells you everything you need to know about that show. It's fucking wild. It's off the walls. Everything in it's crazy. The kid fucking burning his dad's foot from playing pool about hitting the kid in the face with a ball, all that stuff. That's the show in a nutshell. It's just great.
crazy. The last couple seasons are still good. They get a little political and stuff.
Yeah, they get too much. They get too character involved. Like the beauty of that show was you got a lot of you got the story.
You got a lot
from
of
each
everyone.
character. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone, and then they started focusing on one person. Like
And they still did that, but they just weren't doing it as well as they did in the beginning of the show.
yeah.
And there was and honestly, like, I'm not one that really gives too much fucks about agenda pushing, but there was a lot of agenda pushing in the last couple of seasons on like all kinds of fronts too, not just one thing, just a lot.
Well,
Frank
dude, that was
Ga-
at the height of all that.
Frank Gallagher
Yeah,
will
it
make
was.
you. Frank Gallagher will make you love him and hate him all in the same fucking episode.
That's the guy.
That's the kind of show you will laugh to, you will cry to, you will feel all the emotions. when you
Yep,
watch.
absolutely. All right, Lawrence, moving on.
But I
Wait,
think
how
it's
many-
too low.
how many
I think it's too low. Sorry.
How many seasons was it?
I think it's 10.
I'm not sure how many there is. I think
Just did the last season. I
haven't actually. I haven't watched it.
No,
I
Greg,
haven't
you're supposed to say, "What the fuck does it matter how many seasons it was, Lawrence?" All right, my number 8 was Netflix Daredevil. I actually hated this when it first came on. I watched the first couple episodes, said it was the boringest piece of shit show ever. Gave it his chance because my buddy told me about it. And this guy right here, Vincent D'Onofrio or Donut Fritos, whatever his last name is.
Yeah, Donut Fritos. That's it.
Donut Fritos. It's
Sounds delicious, by
Italian.
the way.
He ate a bunch of both.
probably.
This guy is every reason to watch this show. I don't even care for Daredevil. I get pissed when he's winning. When this guy's doing good, like it should be called Kingpin because he makes this show the show. I absolutely love this guy, and not because he reminds me of Greg. He's just a really great actor, and I mean, everything this dude's actually in is good. Even when he was in was it Law and Order, Criminal Minds or some shit, he was good in that.
Let's not forget Full Metal Jacket.
Gomer Pyle. That's
For
what I'm
sure.
saying. This guy was great in that. Whenever he was off screen in Full Metal Jacket, that movie sucked. That movie was good when he was in it. He leaves and it sucked. That's my opinion of that movie.
I wouldn't say that movie sucked, but when he left,
believe,
that was just the shining moment of it.
Yeah.
I believe he is rumored to be coming back as Kingpin in some either Marvel series or Marvel, the next Spider-Man movie or something.
I'm gonna say this. All I can fucking think about now is a glazed donut topped with Doritos. That's all I can think about. It sounds amazing.
Oh, jeez.
You're feeling extra fat today, huh? Aren't
That's
you,
right.
Chris?
Oh man, I completely said fuck the diet today. I had a Mountain Dew. I had fucking pizza. Ate Chinese food.
Oh,
That's
you went
it,
all in, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, what I love about Kingpin's
Baby.
origins and his motivation and story is that he's fat. It all has to do with him being fat, and that's why I guess he's strong because of it. He's a crime boss because of it. His whole origin is because he was fat. So I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Where's
So
your
he'll be out.
empire, Greg?
We're gonna make a show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about this guy who's just angry because he's fat. He also happens to be bald, so he has the double whammy.
Double angry.
That explains it.
Fat and
Double motivated.
Is he short too? Because
Oh, that's the
you
triple,
didn't
the
get that. You didn't get
trifecta.
that.
Trifecta, yeah.
Yeah. Did y'all know that Vladimir Putin is only 5'6"?
Oh, that explains everything.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I said yesterday. I found that out yesterday. I was like, that explains everything that's going on right now. Everything.
Told you, dude.
Yeah,
Stand up
someone
on the
like
pool
2
all
weeks
time.
before the invasion told him he had a micro penis too. I think.
Oh, that was the last straw.
That's it. That's it. Bang the
Why
crane.
That's it.
I mean, I guess I would be pretty upset if I was short too.
Oh, I hope it gets amputated, so he has to kill himself like Rick Rude.
Jesus.
That's all
Rick
this
Rick Rude
shit
had to
is.
lose his penis. Vladimir kept his.
So I'm honestly shocked that one of those Russian billionaire people hasn't murdered him.
Offed him yet? Yeah, me too. Because
They're all losing their yachts.
Everyone hates him, man.
Oh, everyone. He's their
Anyway.
Bush right now.
And
Oh, no
we'll-
politics,
We'll
no
talk about
politics.
that after the list.
Yeah.
Now, my next pick is less about me watching it and more about it watching me, because at night it watched me a lot,
Uh-oh.
and that is Inuyasha.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my
yeah.
God, Adult Swim.
Only
Yeah.
so, and you have no idea how hard it was for me not to say that when we were in before the show. I didn't want to give it away.
Oh man.
Inuyasha. Only Adult Swim.
Sweet dude.
Only Adult Swim.
Did you like the little montage they did for it with this Limp Bizkit break stuff music video they did for it? Look that up on YouTube. It's pretty
I don't
sweet.
know if I've seen it before. I've seen a lot of those AMVs though.
Yeah, it's an AMV. Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. But was it better than Yu Yu Hakusho?
Well, Inuyasha is famous for not finishing. It just stops, and there's no more anime. Like, it goes on in the manga. So
I did not know that.
yeah. Well, the bad thing about Yu Yu Hakusho was it went to the dark tournament, and then
It stayed there.
it just stopped, and it just started over again. You're right in the middle of this tournament. It's all like heavy stakes and shit, and then it's like, oh, and you start right back off where.
Justin, what was your favorite part of the dark tournament?
I didn't watch that.
Oh,
Shit.
sorry. We're nerds. This is just us.
I'm a grown up.
Yeah, sorry,
Grown
sir.
up.
We were kids once.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, that premiered in 2002.
I was never a kid.
You're always watching C-SPAN.
I had to
Born
grow
with
up
beard.
fast, okay? I had a hard life.
Change our order, Greg.
The fuck
That's
happened
it.
to you?
Join
Hey,
the
somebody
dark
slap
order.
you? Slap your glasses off?
It's
Yeah,
weird
I
when
gotta
people take their
that's
glasses
what-
off because a lot of times it magnifies their eyes. So when they take their glasses off, it makes them
They
look
look
all
Asian.
small eyed.
Small eye. I meant to say small eye.
Stupid.
I've been married to an
I
Asian so
guess you
long
could
I've become
say-
one.
You can say Asian because you are
These are really
part
things,
Asian. So
That's right.
Lawrence
Greg's
gets
married.
I have diplomatic immunity.
Lawrence
Oh, you
doesn't
do
get a
too.
pass. Lawrence gets to pass out the passes. So
Yeah, I get the pass up. Here you go. One for you. One for you.
Well, Lawrence is a self-hating Asian though, so
Damn.
Come on, Greg. Really?
Do you have
True.
some deep-seated racial hatred?
No, Greg's making it up. That's
There's a
Greg.
guy. There's a guy on Love Is Blind, an Indian guy that legit hates being hates the fact that he's
What?
It's like
Yeah.
a-
What kind of Indian we talking about? Talking about Indian or Indian?
bro.
The hell?
fuck, man.
Wow.
Why do you look like you just ate a bunch of hot wings, Lawrence?
My lighting. It's pure
Lawrence, are
white light.
you fucking high? Why would you say that?
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's right. You think about what
Anyways.
you did.
It's all right, Lawrence.
He's lighting himself with a light from KFC.
He's an Indian from India.
Indians from India.
He's got a hot lamp.
Hello, dying breed.
What's up, man?
Anyway,
Mikey.
is it my turn now?
I think so.
Yeah,
Please
it
go.
So my number 8, and I know it's kind of high on the list, but it's a show I just watched and I really liked, and I binged it. So it's called The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
Jesus Christ.
Boy, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
So it's another show that's on Netflix. I think each episode is like an hour long. I think it's 10 episodes, so it's
Another
easily
Kristen
bingeable.
Bell.
Yeah, this one
Kristen Bell
actually
again?
has Kristen Bell in it.
And it does actually have Kristen Bell, and she plays like this woman that lost her
That's
daughter
Kristen Stewart.
and her husband, and her got divorced, and she's on a lot of pills and she drinks a lot, and she witnesses a murder, but she's not really sure if she witnesses the murder because her medicine makes her hallucinate. So there's probably like 17 twists in the show that, and the ending, like the actual twist, you do not see coming. Like you keep thinking, oh yeah, it's definitely this person. It's a whodunit. So it's like, so you think, oh, it's definitely this person. And then when you figure out who it actually was, you're like, oh shit. Because when she discovers the first murder, it finds out that murder was actually a result of a serial killer. That there's like a whole serial killer. And then when you find out who the actual serial killer is, you're like, oh, fuck. So, and it's kind of I would say it's kind of a dark comedy because there's a lot of like little comedic stuff in there. It's kind of a dramedy, I guess you could say. There's a lot of like drama, thriller, and comedy all mixed in together.
Do you have anything on your list that's not from Netflix?
No, just my lower stuff. That's like my bottom 5 is probably all Netflix shows.
Okay.
Netflix is a good place to watch shows. So I don't blame him. That's like all I watch.
I didn't watch a lot of TV like from 2005 until like 2015 because I was like in the military and just busy and not doing much TV watching. So
Corey, save us.
a lot of stuff.
All right, well,
Good. Don't sleep on it.
Well, I gotta say before I do this next pick, like from 2000 to now, like the king of TV to me has been HBO. So this is
Definitely.
an HBO show as well, and it is a show called Hung.
I fucking forgot about Hung. That was such a good show.
Like I've seen like the first season. It's
That should have been on my honorables for sure.
Wait, those are backwards.
No,
They're not.
they're
No,
not.
they're not.
I'm sorry.
To the untrained eye, perhaps.
God, you're being racist and sexist today.
All at the same time.
What's wrong with me?
What a dick.
Greg rubbed off on me.
It's all right. You're black. You can get away with it. It's fine.
No. He doesn't get a pass for his Indian joke just because he's black, okay?
Right.
I think he does actually.
Our brothers in
No.
the struggle.
No.
So brothers in struggle.
All right. My number 7, I guess that's what we're on, is Naruto Shippuden and regular Naruto.
No,
This
it's
is like a
it's
combination
Shippuden,
of-
dude.
It's got all of them.
It's everybody.
That's a show that I also, shit on before Jonathan got me to finally watch it. So
Yep.
I was like, I was so hesitant, man, because I'm like, man, I'm not gonna like this. It's just gonna be a bunch of kids. But
Running like this.
20 years ago.
once you get to the tuning exams, that's whenever the shit
it
kicks
takes
off.
off right there.
If someone
And,
watched
and
Harry
after that,
Potter,
you can't stop watching.
Greg, it's like if someone watched Harry Potter and said, "What if they were ninjas?"
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about Naruto is the running.
Oh yeah.
Makes no sense. There's a lot of stuff in there that makes no sense.
What's funny though is because my girlfriend's niece, she runs like that. So, and my son, it likes to mimic things because he's at that age. So now when my son runs, like when he really gets into running, he'll do that fucking shit.
I've seen Californication, by the way, Dan. I love that series.
Oh,
Yeah, that just missed my
Yeah.
honorables.
California.
I actually forgot about that show, but it would have been on my list if I didn't forget about it.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Lawrence, go.
All right, guys. My number 7. I gotta look at my paper. Sorry. I got it up here. Y'all probably heard of it. This isn't gay. Just ignore the picture. This is Blue Mountain State, man. Y'all remember this show?
No,
and
I
this
don't.
is what everyone wanted college to be like: just partying, frat boys, just beer, babes.
So you picked
football.
This picture?
Yeah, this picture.
Okay, let's check it.
Yeah, but these guys. So just check. But this is about like college football, man, and it's just funny. These guys are all gold, dude. You got to see this show.
A question.
Is there not any of these guys clothed?
I have a question.
They're at an initiation party.
Let me ask this question, okay? If I was to Google the show right now, is this going to be the first picture that pops up, or is it going to be one I have to search for? Because I have a feeling you had to search this out.
No, you can type it in. There's a bunch of pictures. There's worse ones than this.
I'm saying, is it the first picture? Like, you only chose that because it was the first picture.
It was probably the second.
That shit out.
It's probably
he chose that picture on purpose. Don't fucking let him lie to you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
The episode where they had to put Oreos up their butt cheeks and like carry it downfield without it dropping, or else I had to eat it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm scrolling through here.
That's how I knew it was gold.
You have to find this picture because it's not just right there. That means he had to search it out.
The
page after page after page, nothing.
Yeah, but they had to share a pocket pussy, the whole team. That was like a thing.
Yeah.
That's why they have those faces.
Yep.
Well, that was the 2000s, man. It was funny to be
that's fucking gay.
Darren says I'm sold.
Lawrence is just fucking with us at this point.
Jonathan, I knew he was gonna,
he did some
out of this.
dumb
I
shit.
expected it.
No, Blue Mountain State's a good show.
Sure it is.
But sorry, that got me. My pick is Band of Brothers.
Great choice.
Oh, how did I forget this?
Oh.
It's hard to think about Band of Brothers when you're searching, fucking through pics of dudes with no shirts.
Look, they have clothes on. I know you're not interested.
Jonathan, when you hear that opening theme, don't you get teary-eyed?
I did, man. Anything to have to do with World War II, I'm automatically glued to.
And then Spears was just the boss, dude. That's my favorite lieutenant. He just run out there and I'll let you tell it. Your pick.
I started that series but never finished it.
Yeah, I don't think I actually finished it either.
I watch it like once a year. That's a good. Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Good for you.
Good for you. Go ahead, Dustin.
Dustin.
Okay. I'll just get my picture ready. Okay. My number, I don't even know what number we're on, but my next one is...
It's number 7.
Number 7. My next one is The Office.
UK version or US?
No, the US version. I never watched the UK version.
Steve Carell. Come on now.
Fair enough.
Why do people even ask that stupid question?
I mean, I guess I would probably check out the UK version, but I just don't think it could compare to this one.
It's like the UK version of Shameless. I don't watch that. I watch the US version.
Yeah,
didn't even know there was a UK version of Shameless.
This show, I mean, this show is iconic. And honestly, like where I work, where I'm about to not work anymore, is literally like The Office. Like I literally.
What character are you?
What character am I? I'm Jim. I'm Jim Halper for sure.
Everybody thinks they're Jim.
Yeah, right.
I'm Jim. I'm not going to talk publicly about who everyone else in my work is, but I literally work in the version of The Office. It is insane. The comparisons are insane. And if you ask anybody else that works there, they'll tell you the same shit.
So you have a Michael Scott?
Yes, we have a Michael Scott. We might have 2 Michael Scotts, honestly.
Oh,
who's that guy with the glasses? The one that's like a huge like
Dwight.
We have a Dwight Schrute too. Yes, we have a kid who's definitely Dwight Schrute.
No, I remember him because he was in a movie. It was a Rob Zombie where he got turned into a fish boy. You remember that?
House of 1,000 Corpses.
They turned him into a statue. Man, it was pretty sick.
Love The Office.
Corey, what's your number 6?
All right. Number 6 is another HBO classic.
Damn. sponsored by HBO.
Entourage.
I never liked this show.
I
was
really
like-
didn't either, honestly. I was never that crazy
Get
about it.
into it.
Dude,
Corey,
no one
I
argued.
remember Corey always did, but I never cared for it too much.
There was things about it that I liked, but I just could never get
That's kind of how it was for me. It was too much of a hit and miss show
yeah.
for me. Like you'd have good episodes that were great, and then you'd have episodes that like you fucking hated all the dude's guts. So
The good thing about that show is that the episodes were short, so
Yeah.
you get through them quick.
Jamie loves Mikey.
Did Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm pretty sure that Meadow Soprano is married to one of the guys from that show.
lucky guy,
The turtle guy.
Oh,
The
turtle.
little fat dude.
turtle of all people, really.
I know.
He's not fat
All right.
anymore, so
So my number 6 is the show I fell in love with when there was no more Sopranos left because it
I
was
fell in love with you.
it reminded me of it, and that's Ray Donovan. Ray Donovan is basically
That's because your twin is
like
in that show.
wannabe Sopranos, but on Showtime.
I mean, it was a good show, but to compare it to The Sopranos, I don't know.
I mean, this doesn't compare, but it's the closest thing you were going to get on Showtime to it.
I like that actor.
Yeah, Lee Schreiber, he's awesome as Ray Donovan.
No, Greg's twin is in this show, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, here we fucking go.
His twin is on Hancock.
That's
Well,
who
you
he's
can
talking
find-
about.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can find-
He's Terry Donovan in this
Dude.
show.
Oh,
Oh, he's
If
if
Perry
you can
Donovan.
find a fat, pasty, white, bald guy, then he probably looks like Greg.
Oh,
So.
'cause he's
man,
not-
this dude is real close.
Who was that wrestler from the other episode where
Oh, Evil Uno.
Here, I'll pull up the actor real
that
quick.
shit was hilarious.
He had your legs, Greg. You can't deny it.
Your leg. Only Lawrence would know what your legs look like.
Oh, I mean, I'm the one who rolled with him. I'm not dashing. You were
Shit, I
invited.
rolled with him for fucking 10 years. I didn't fucking know what his
I
legs
was
look
about to say, I have zero idea what Greg's saying.
I used to wear shorts.
He used to wear shorts all the time, cargo shorts.
Not looking at his legs.
Bro, this kid I'm
What did
training to take
close
over
your
my
eyes?
job. I saw him yesterday. He was wearing these like loafers with no socks on, and I think that dude had the whitest ankles I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna try
They
to
look-
find a picture of this dude.
They look
like,
fucking
bald,
transparent.
to
Yeah,
make
why can't
him-
we find this fucking dude?
I've already got him loaded up, man. I'm just trying to find a picture that's.
Well, fucking
Suitable.
load up the picture then, Greg.
Did you not just fucking hear what I said? Shut your fucking mouth and let me do this. Keep talking.
Jesus Christ.
You keep
Let him-
talking.
Let me pull
Eddie
up the hand.
Marston.
Yeah,
Name's
Eddie
Eddie
Marston.
Eddie Marston.
Did you find the picture you wanted yet, Lawrence?
I'm trying to find a bald one.
So that's what I was looking for, is a bald one.
Where do you get
This
this
is-
full head of hair for?
This is probably the closest you're gonna get, honestly, but
Pull it up, Greg.
Let's see that shit.
because he's gray headed in this, so just eliminate the hair and you'll see what
Well,
the
I
fuck
mean,
they're talking
It's
about.
gotta be a photo from Hancock because he's bald net.
Is he? I don't think he was
Pretty
bald in
sure.
that. I
Oh
think he
my
was just
God.
wearing a sock hat.
Fucking picture already.
Shut up, Dustin. This is the guy they say looks like me.
I mean,
I don't see it.
I
Even my
can't-
wife doesn't see it, but everyone else sees
No,
it. for
no,
some
I,
reason.
fuck, dude.
I don't know. Maybe if he had a goatee.
Hold on.
No, I did. I found it. They have to see this. They have to bear witness to Greg's doppelganger.
Actually, I found one that might work.
Oh,
And now we're getting closer.
We're getting closer. He does have a
This, one,
goatee
this,
now.
this one's gonna be, y'all are gonna laugh your ass off at this one.
Go ahead.
Oh, this is fucking good.
We have to see it.
So is this the one right here?
It's like
Hey, he's got them dad jeans like you got.
Ah,
I've
damn
never-
right.
he
I
was
don't
not
know,
trying to get
I've never seen
photographed.
Greg
man.
run.
he doesn't have his shirt tucked in though.
He should have that. Well, that's a sweater. You don't tuck in a sweater.
I've never
He's
seen
trying to
Greg run,
sneak.
so I don't know what that looks like.
Well, first off, Jonathan, he's power walking, and I can power walk,
Okay.
sir.
That's fair enough. Never seen you do that either. but-
Hey, what number were we on?
I don't even know.
6.
We're on number 6, and it's your turn. So go.
Me?
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck.
Here we go.
Damn it. We don't have to have pictures, right? Might as well just say it. My number 6 was Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans
Yeah.
Go, not that.
Not
game,
missing that
but,
picture.
Teen Titans regular.
The live version show.
No, not live version either. I didn't know they had a live version. The cartoon had like the anime style from 2005 to 2007, I think.
It's definitely the better one.
A lot of booyah, a lot of all kinds of shit. Raven, everyone loved Raven. Everyone liked Starfire, but Raven was the better one.
A lot of dark storylines there, as far as dark as they could go for Cartoon Network.
As much as I'd like to hear more about that, I'd rather hear Jonathan's next pick. So, Jonathan, you're up.
Jesus. Okay. Damn. All right. Jeez.
No one gives a fuck about Lawrence's pick.
No, this is it right here.
Shay.
It's it. All right. My pick
All right,
is
John.
Star Wars Clone Wars.
Ah, good.
That's
Nice.
a good. I'm still working on getting through.
Yeah,
that.
I'm still working on it too. I'm
It's
so slow at
It
it.
is good
Yeah,
though.
me too.
I will
It is
agree.
good. I will say that.
It is a slog at some points in it.
It
I
is
hear
a
it
good
has some of the
laundry folding
greatest.
show.
Hey, Jonathan, do the voice for the
Which
admiral,
one?
the narrator. He's like, previously, General.
Well, Jonathan,
I can't do it on command.
Jonathan, since you've actually seen all of it, right?
For the majority of it, yeah.
So I've heard it has like some of the best lightsaber battles of like all of Star Wars. Is that true?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, it's they do have good lightsaber battles because it's kind of based on the prequels. So
Yeah. I mean, it's the Clone Wars. It's the action you didn't get to see.
Nice.
it's the giant plot hole fillers.
Exactly. And it's canon, so
It is canon. That is true.
That's right.
All right, Dustin.
So is the new trilogy.
Dustin, what's your number 6, Dustin?
Star Wars
Hey,
crybabies.
no politics. No politics.
What's your number 6,
Dustin?
My number 6. My number 6 is Ballers from HBO.
Ballers.
Baller.
Balla.
So this show has The Rock in it, where he plays a former football player who's like becomes like this financial advisor for NFL players. It's licensed by the NFL, so it has actual NFL teams and NFL players in it. It's a lot like a toned down version of the show that the Playmaker show that Corey was talking about. That guy, I can't remember his damn name, but the other guy in the picture is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he is. I've watched some of that show. It is good.
The guy from Hot Tub Time Machine. It's another one that's it's on HBO. So, but it's another show that's got 30-minute episodes. Really good. It's got a lot of cameos from NFL players. It also has Denzel Washington's son in it. I can't remember his name right now, but
John David.
yeah, John David. He's awesome in it. It's just a really good show. I think it's
It
got
also
four or five
is
seasons.
not very kid friendly because when Dustin
definitely
recommended
not
this show to me and I decided, hey, it's got The Rock in it. It should be all right to watch in front of a kid. No, it is not. Absolutely not.
there's a lot of ass and titties and sex in it.
and swearing. A lot of
The
swearing.
lot of
Rock,
swearing. Yeah.
The Rock looks tiny in that particular photo compared to what it looks like now.
But one of the cool things about it is that it is licensed by the NFL, so it does have like the actual NFL teams, and there's a lot of like
Oh, that's interesting.
behind the scenes stuff, and it's a good show, man.
Is it still running?
Yeah, Dying Breed.
Yeah, I think
did a
it
great
is,
joke, but that's
but it-
90s. We're doing 2000.
It had a I think it went on a hiatus because of the whole COVID thing, so I don't know when it's supposed to come back, but I think there's about 4 seasons on HBO right now.
That show reminds me of Unnecessary Roughness or Necessary Roughness. I don't know if y'all remember that show.
I've never seen that.
So
show.
which one? Unnecessary or
movie?
necessary?
I can't remember. It was necessary.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Was it necessary or not, man?
Oh no, I didn't make the show. I barely
All right,
watched.
Corey. Number 5.
All right, number 5, another HBO. A short limited series, John Adams.
Ooh,
Paul Giamatti.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
I haven't
He's
seen
great
that.
in that.
I have seen it, and it's great.
I do love Paul Giamatti, so I'd probably like the show. You've actually told me I need to watch that show, Corey, numerous times.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah, well, you
good
should
It's-
probably listen to him.
it's a quick watch. It's only maybe 6 episodes or something.
It's really good.
What number are we on again?
5.
5. That's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
All right, Greg,
Check it
you're
out.
up.
I'm trying to be prepared, unlike Lawrence.
My number 5 is also an HBO series, and to me, the greatest cop show ever made, True Detective.
Shield. True Detective.
True Detective is such a great show.
It is. I
The
forgot.
season 1 is probably one of the best shows I've ever seen, period. Season 2, I didn't care for. But
The problem
season
with
3,
2 is they tried
Brought
too
it
hard.
back.
yeah, season 3 they came back in full force, and it was awesome.
It's
I
back to
love
the
every.
basics.
I love what I love about this show is how like dark and it is, how dark and gritty, and
And
they
hopeless.
don't pull punches, man. Like they
You have
Like,
2
like-
shows that involve trees, apparently.
like
Yeah.
Lawrence, me and you always
Like
we
that.
always quote a line from the season 3 when he's like, "I'm not gonna say it, but just know that I'm thinking it."
Yeah, we mentioned that a lot in the dash. But like, you remember the green face spaghetti man,
Yes,
the bad guy from the first one?
Oh,
Great,
yeah.
great season.
and that final scene, man. Like whenever I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but like that whole thing was just amazing.
Detective
The problem with the second season was that they tried too hard to match the magic of the first season. That was just like something that's untouchable, and
Yep.
because it's like an anthology show and every season is different story with different characters.
Season
just
3
tried
was
to
great
add-
though, man. Season 3
No,
was like right
I
back
really
there.
did like season.
The
3.
reason why was because the chemistry between the two leads, man.
Yep,
With Woody
you gotta have that.
Harrelson, you gotta have that. The second one didn't have that. Even
Third
the
one
third
did.
season,
they tried to put too many. They try to put too many stars together, like having Vince Vaughn play like some gangster
It
villain
didn't work.
guy.
I didn't take him serious.
It was terrible. Like it honestly was cringy because he looked like he was just trying way too hard to be like
Yep.
a gangster.
I didn't even like Colin Farrell in it, man. Like,
No,
it was
I
totally bad
I
all
was not a
around.
fan of the second season at all. I
Yeah,
kind of
Rachel
forced
McAdams.
myself to watch it.
I did too. I forced myself through it, and it pissed me off because I loved the first season so much. I'm like, why? Why did they have to
Couldn't
ruin
take our
it?
eyes off the first season.
Yeah, the first season was amazing. Like,
Have you
that
seen
was-
it, Jonathan? Like True
I
Detective,
have
any
not.
of them? Oh, dude,
No.
this,
Oh, yeah, you're
watch
missing-
season 1 and 3, and you'll like both of them.
You could
Seriously.
honestly
Where
skip
can I find it?
on HBO.
HBO Max should have it.
HBO Max should have it.
Thank you.
You can honestly skip the second season because, like I said, it's an anthology show, so every season is different. So
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
telling
don't
you
have
you
to
can skip the second season. I'm telling you to skip the second
Yeah.
season. Don't fucking bother.
don't waste your time.
All right, I like that.
My number 5 should come as no surprise, Dustin. Just save your comments for after.
They're all.
I never save my comments.
My number 5 is Prison Break. Me and my boy
Yep,
James watched
we
it.
are. I'm surprised that's not your number one, Lauren.
It's on theme, really.
Look at all those
If I'm-
Let me-
sexy bald men.
Let me
in
ask
there.
you this. Well, let me ask you this, man. Why does every 2000s show have this type of photograph of their stars? Always like them lined up, like posing. These guys are
That's
supposed to be in
true.
prison.
I don't know,
Like
and you like
supermodel.
every one of them.
They're not in prison. They broke
It's
out
like
of prison.
a Gap.
Can't you see?
Yeah. It's like a Gap
Well,
commercial.
Yeah, this is not the show for you, man. They get out of prison in the show. They're not in prison.
No, they get to go back and visit. They can
Oh.
come back and go as they please.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Season 2, they broke into prisons. Like they went around the world. And
They
shit
broke
like
into them.
that. Yeah, like in
Oh.
South
That makes
America and
sense.
okay, sure.
stuff.
Okay, well, my number 5 pick
Go ahead.
is my very personal favorites, and that is Dirty Jobs.
Oh yeah, you do love some dirty
I
jobs.
love Dirty Jobs.
Greg,
Mike
who does
Rose,
he
one
look
of the funniest
like?
people on the TV
Mr.
right
James, just younger.
Sorry, Jonathan, we cut you off.
I'm not
No,
familiar
that's
with the
fine.
OA.
I'm
What is
stunned.
the OA?
The OA is like adult version of like Stranger Things.
Hmm.
It's like a more grown up version.
So, Jonathan, what was the premise of Dirty Jobs? Like, what's
Oh,
Guy
you
goes
go
to
around
those dirty
and
jobs.
The
Yeah,
title
jobs that
fucking
usually
says it
people
all.
don't- don't want to do. That's about it.
He showed you a picture of a guy with his hands full of shit, and the show was called
I
Dirty
wanted to hear
Jobs, and you
Jonathan's
need to know
thoughts
what it
on
was
it.
about.
Because I wanted to hear why it was special to Jonathan.
Yeah.
We kind of cut
He,
him
like-
off and didn't let him speak.
He goes to like the sewage plants and then does the dirty job at the sewage plant.
Okay, could
Right.
Jonathan
Kind of
say
shine a light on things that keep our society going.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so jobs no one wants, basically.
exactly.
Well, not necessarily they don't want them. It's just like they're difficult, they're dirty, but somebody's got to do
You
it.
got to do them. All right.
Exactly.
Sometimes he eats the stuff too. It's like a shock value.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes.
just like illegal immigrants, though. If you think about it.
I mean, if you pay them enough, yeah.
Are you going to be controversial again? Are you going somewhere down a road we don't want to go down?
Yeah,
I mean, he was already being racist earlier, so
no politics, no politics.
Dustin, number 5.
Yeah, please, Dustin, number 5.
Save us
All
again.
right, my number 5, and it kind of fell on my list because I fucking hated the way the show ended. But my number 5 is Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, what they did to Juice was so fucked up.
The end was fucking stupid just way too stupid to me.
I actually forgot to list the show on my list, but it should have been there somewhere.
It's a really good show.
I fell in love with this show from season 1 and watched it religiously every single season, and it was a really good show up until the last season.
Dan says he actually liked True Detective season 2. I can't imagine why. But maybe it had something to do with the girl. That's just what I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Rachel McAdams is good in what she is because she's hot. But
Me too,
So-
Jamie.
I mean, the show that season was just like it had good actors, but it just wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't have that.
It
same
felt like
appeal.
none of the actors had any chemistry with each other. That was the
Yeah,
problem.
it was. I don't know.
when they killed off Mike Rollins,
And not only that, the story was fucking confusing, man. You couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, they just tried to do too much. But yeah, you don't have nothing to say about Sons of Anarchy, the way Sons of Anarchy ended, Greg?
I didn't care for it either, honestly. I don't really have as much problems with it as everyone else, but I think it could have definitely ended better.
Dustin, what do you think about Aztecs or the Mayans? I'm sorry.
I haven't watched that one. My mom actually, which is funny because it's really not my mom's kind of show, but I kind of got my mom into watching Sons of Anarchy, and now she's watching the Mayans, and she keeps telling me I need to watch it. So
I've heard it's good, honestly. I've heard
I've heard
like
it's
just
good
more
too.
Sons of Anarchy, but
Yeah.
with the Mayans.
So I'll probably check it out eventually. Now that
But they don't
FX
have Clay, man. They got to have someone like Clay to hate for me to be
Yeah.
into it.
I don't know.
Not Ron Perlman.
I had so much love for the Jax Teller character, so it's hard for me to. I don't know if I'll be able to watch Mayans. I don't know.
It made you want to be
All
a biker, huh?
Yeah, I did actually. I kind of wanted to buy a motorcycle.
All right, Corey. On
I'm not
to
gonna
you.
lie.
Number
All right.
4.
All right, my number 4 had an all-star cast, and it was about a topic I'm extremely interested in, so I kind of fell in love with it. It's the People versus O.J. Simpson.
I actually had that on my list and I took it off. I really liked the show though. It was awesome. Great show, great actors to play the people. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s OJ was fantastic.
Yeah.
I forget the chick's name.
That
The chick's name that played what's her name right now? I can't think of it. The prosecutor, Corey. What was her name? The girl.
Yeah.
The
Marsha
girl.
Clark was the
Marsha
real.
Clark, yeah.
What's her name? Is it Vera Farmiga or no? It's
Yeah.
Sarah Paulson.
Yeah. She was great.
Her name is Sarah Paulson.
I know what you wish you could put on the list though, Corey, is the Bob and Tom OJ stuff.
That is great stuff. We should play that sometime on the show.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
Sure,
On that
clear
show-
the copyright.
Does it kind of like make you think? What if he didn't do it? Does it kind of play
No.
that out?
Oh no, this show clearly points to the fact that he fucking did it. As a matter
What
of
about
fact, it changed my opinion on the whole thing. I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely did it.
What about the theory of there's a theory
His
out
son
there that
did
it was actually his son that did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it to you like
glove
this.
didn't
He
fit.
may have had help, but OJ definitely had a fucking part in that. He wasn't not present.
Yeah, no,
That
I
much is
mean I
certain.
agree.
He was definitely there. You seen how his
If he
heart-
wasn't present, he definitely had set it up.
Greg, do the hands when he's trying to put his hands in the glove. You're like he's
I was
faking
like-
it.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit.
If it doesn't fit, then you must acquit.
What if the bail?
And how
just came
big
behind
that
him?
was like? That was such a weird fucking time. That was
Yeah,
like
it
the
was.
first time that a trial was like on TV every day.
God,
I can remember
When they
coming
got
home from
announced.
school and
Yeah.
it was on TV. Like
Oh yeah.
it was on
I
TV.
remember being at a friend's house when the Bronco chase was happening. Like
Weird.
I expected
Dude.
him to kill himself in that Bronco.
You couldn't turn on a TV without that fucking trial being on. Back when
Yeah.
that shit was going on.
I
I mean,
remember where I was.
Yeah.
When it was announced that he was acquitted.
There's only a few
Okay.
times, and there's only a few times in my life that I've seen the world stop and like just be glued to a TV. And one of them was that was when they read the verdict for OJ, and then like 9/11, and then the last time when Tiger Woods won the U.S. Open was the only time I've ever seen people just stop and fucking everybody watching a TV trying to see what was going to happen. Fucking crazy.
Well, speaking of watching TV, my next series
What a
is one
segue.
that Dustin
Boy, it's
is
getting
is one that Dustin is gonna think is too low, but it is Breaking Bad at number 4.
Breaking Bad.
No, I mean I don't even have this show on my list because I have only watched like 3 seasons
Oh
of it.
man,
So.
I thought you were the big Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is amazing. Not only is it Breaking Bad, but also Better Call Saul. Both
Okay,
of them
so
are great.
I liked this show, but for some reason I stopped watching it. Not for any particular reason, but I stopped watching it and I just have not sat down and finished it.
I can't imagine why, because I could see you liking the Jesse character so much.
Well, I do. I mean, I like I said, I love that show. I just have not. I for some reason stopped watching it at some point. I don't remember what happened, why I took a break from it, but I just have not. If I sat down and started it back over right now, I would probably binge it and finish.
You want a
it.
show that ends good? That show ends good. Has a
Good.
great ending. And I can't wait for this final season of Better Call Saul because the previous season was just as good as any season of Breaking Bad. So great show.
Yeah, I have a lot of love for that show. I need to sit down and finish it. I just like I don't know how the show ends or anything because I still avoid spoilers for the show so that
I just
Yeah.
don't like that yellow filter they use sometimes, like where they make it to where everything's all super exposed. I don't know if you would call it like, overexposed, but like when they're in Mexico and shit, like it's just yellow filter.
It's the meth cam.
Yeah, the meth cam.
Okay.
That's what it's called. I don't like that meth cam. It makes everything look dirty. Okay, my number 5. Were you done, Greg?
Yeah, I'm done.
My number 5, man.
4.
Sorry, 4. We're on 4.
Yeah.
Number 4 was a classic. So before Robert Downey Jr., there was fucking House. He was the original smart ass,
I knew this would be on your list somewhere.
and this show was everything.
I thought it would be number 1, actually.
It's not number 1. I was a little too young at the time to understand it, but rewatching these are good shows. Like they're just timeless.
House
And,
was
like,
good. I
House
liked
was
it.
just- I
I
loved
never
Hugh
finished
Laurie.
it, but I liked it.
Oh, Grey's Anatomy's not your number 1.
You can't even compare the two. I mean, House is just in its own league, man. All
I'm
of
pretty
you
sure
are-
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy is probably his
Oh,
favorite.
God.
I never. What show is that?
You know.
Or
You know.
Queer as Folk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number 1.
Oh,
The L
let me write my
word.
list down.
with that L word, that's what I was about to say.
RuPaul Drag Queen.
Drag Race. Yeah, you said it. None of us said that.
I smelled
Mm.
that.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised that a Flavor Flav reality show wasn't on your list, Dustin.
I mean, I put real shows on my list.
Real
I
shows.
saved the reality shows for my honorable mentions.
Those are real shows.
All right.
Yeah, they're
Jonathan.
reality shows. Ah,
Number 4.
My number 4 is rather Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
nerd.
What'd you think of the movie?
Yeah.
Corey, talking about my
I
cartoon.
don't know. I never saw.
I'm
the,
anti all
movie.
cartoons, so it don't matter.
I never saw Legend of Korra. Is it any good?
It's different. It's not. It's kind of got the. Of course, it's a continuation, but it's kind of hit and miss. Also, that's all I can say about it. I watched it once and I'm not going back.
Yeah, no one ever
agree
tells me they're
comment
like, "Oh, if you liked Airbender, you have to watch Core." I'm like, "Oh, well."
Like some of the animation is better, like the fights and stuff. But story overall is kind of so-so.
I think I'm gonna pass.
Dying Breed's comment about that how Sons of Anarchy made not that one.
Yeah.
I said they made it cool to wear white sneakers on motorcycles. It's so true, dude. Jax Taylor always had those like Air Force Ones on.
There's a reason for that though, because he didn't like to wear the boots. He said they were uncomfortable.
Yeah. What's funny about him is he wasn't a big biker guy until he got on that
Scrubs
show.
was a great show.
Yeah, Scrubs is good. All right, so number 4, or is it number
4?
Number 4. All right, yeah, my number 4 is a show that was on FX, and it's a great fucking show. And Greg,
Oh
loved
fuck!
this show too.
Why
And
did I not? It's not on my list,
Greg,
dude.
This is
It's not
supposed
on
to
my
be your number
fucking
one.
list, and I've watched it like 4
What?
times.
You kept
Yeah.
talking to me about this fucking show.
No, this
You
show
were
is
orgasming in the car talking about
amazing.
it.
It is amazing. It's so amazing.
And it's about a post 9/11 firefighter, and he has really, really bad PTSD, and
He was in Ground Zero, wasn't he?
yeah, and it's basically just like his struggles through life, like his family and everything. And Dennis Leary just does a perfect job. The show is great, dude. It's
a show.
definitely-
It's a show for everyone, man. Everyone can get something to enjoy out of the show. It's
like
that good.
like what's funny is so I had like a tradition when I was younger where like I would go to Blockbuster and like rent a movie with my mom and sit down and watch it. Well, we rented like the first season of that show from Blockbuster, and then we watched it like the whole every
It's not
season.
the only tradition you had watching that show, Dustin.
What?
You always used to tell me about how you
No, I don't want.
else
No, we don't talk about that.
would watch that show and have sex immediately.
We don't talk about
afterwards.
her on this show.
Greg, don't. Greg, come on, man. No politics.
He's talking about my ex-wife.
Dennis Leary is 64 years old.
Yes.
And probably doesn't look it.
Okay, so if there's that show, what the fuck was Ladder 49?
It's a movie.
Oh, that's a movie?
That's a movie, and it's not even good.
It's not even good. Okay. All those firefighter shows that came out during that time.
Rescue Me is easily the best firefighter show ever.
It's one of the best shows ever. Like, honestly.
Yeah, hands down.
Always heard great things about it. Never watched it, though.
Ended great, too. Had a great ending that Dustin hasn't seen because he never finished it.
I didn't finish. I have not watched the last season. But FX is on Hulu now, so
Darren said ha 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 ha.
Watch it on Hulu.
All right, Corey, number 3.
All right, number 3, another HBO.
Hot HBO.
And very, very topical for the time, I guess you could say.
Is it Red Dawn?
Chernobyl.
I loved Chernobyl. That's why it was in my honorables. But yeah, great show.
Is it
I
a
was
doc
glued to that
or
show, man.
the horror series?
So,
Like that show was what made me scared of like nuclear shit.
fallout. Yeah.
Because seeing I started researching like Chernobyl and everything afterwards, like it.
Google elephant foot.
And people still to this day, man, want to go there. Like they want to go look around.
Right now, there's a lot of turmoil going on right there. So keep your eye on that.
That's right. That did happen in the Ukraine. So I forgot all about that. Yeah,
The Russians have control of it, and all the power's out, and it could be a bad thing.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
What's crazy is like we offered to help them, but they said nothing was wrong, and it's a fucking nuclear fallout. It was wrong. That's not something you can conceal because the winds were blowing that shit all across the world.
And there's still people alive to this day that were affected by it.
The first responders, dude, watch the documentaries on it. And it's so sad.
Yeah.
The firefighters that try to go there to help.
Because they didn't tell them. They didn't know.
They didn't tell them. And they would pass out. They would get close to it, and they would just pass out. And the helicopter crashed because they were getting all those fumes, and they didn't know it was nuclear fallout.
I'm telling you, watch that first episode of that show. It's rough.
Oh, I
It's
will.
a rough watch.
Yeah, it's a great show.
All right, Jamie put a list up.
All right, so she's got honorable mention Buffy, 10 American Gods, 9 The Office, 8 Parks and Recreation, 7, Arrested Development. 6, The Sopranos. Started in 99, but we'll count it, Jamie. 5, The Dark.
I've heard nothing but good things about Dark.
4, Breaking Bad. 3, Seinfeld. 2, American Horror Story. And 1, Twin Peaks. No surprise that you're number 1 there, Jamie.
Okay.
Seinfeld.
All right.
Gregory.
We'll let it. She didn't know the rules of the list. All right, my number 3 is Dexter, and Dexter New Blood.
Oh, dude,
I knew Dexter
I
would go
forgot
next.
about that.
So like
So you watched the new season?
Yes, I forgot how much I loved Dexter until I watched Dexter New Blood, and now I want to go back and watch Dexter again because it was such a good show, man. Michael C. Hall as Dexter, and like just his little like comments he'll make in his head while he's talking to other people is so good. But yeah, Dexter is amazing. Hated the ending of regular Dexter, but I was okay with the ending of Dexter New Blood.
Is
Which
it a
one's
limited
better?
series or is there going to be more?
My understanding is they're done. They may just be saying that because maybe they're going to do a spinoff, but I don't want to say why because if you haven't seen it, it's kind of spoilery.
Yeah, don't spoil
So
it.
just watch it and you'll see why I say that.
Yeah, that was definitely a good show, man. And
You know,
inspired-
that was my rescue me for you, Greg. I accidentally forgot that show.
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad about forgetting Rescue Me, man, because I love that show.
I love
Well,
Dexter. Dude, remember you used to acquire those shows for me so that I could watch them.
Yep.
well, you know, Dexter inspired real life serial killers and shit, right?
I know you haven't seen Dexter. That's what I know.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Because you just talked about how good of a show it was, but I'm like, you haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
How do you know?
He saw the cartoon version.
Because I've been trying to sell it to you for ages, and you're like,
Oh yeah, that was
definitely.
you. That was you trying to tell me to watch it. I said no for some reason. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
you
need to
love
watch it.
serial killer stuff, but you won't watch a show about a serial
I got a
killer.
lot on my plate right now. I got to watch Dark. I got to watch Ozark. I got to watch.
And Dexter should be ahead of all that shit.
Yeah, you should probably watch that before all of it.
Okay, that's on my list. All right, guys. My number 3 comes as no surprise, and I'll even say season 8 too. Game of Thrones, all of it.
All
You
of
know,
it. Even the
all of
last
it.
season.
Even the last season. I mean, if you, this is the show I put off. This was my Greg. You had shows that you put off.
We had
and
some
watched.
great conversations about
Me
this
too.
show.
I put it off too, and then finally watched it.
Because I was like, my thinking was, I seen Lord of the Rings. Why do I need to see this shit? And then I seen, I'm like, this is nothing like Lord of the Rings. This is great.
Nothing like Lord of the Rings.
It's just like everything I was dreaming about in Lord of the Rings, but someone made it, and it was like just all the conspiracies, the backroom deals, and the underhandedness, and just every character is evil and yet good. It's like my Shameless, like the way you described that show, Greg.
Oh yeah,
is how I feel about this. You hate characters. I hated Jamie Lannister in the beginning. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking hate this dude. He's my favorite character in the end. Like, that's fucking crazy.
yeah. It's nuts, man.
He has probably one of the best character arcs in the show.
Right.
Definitely.
I loved him. He should have been done better justice in the end. He could have had a better send off, but whatever.
Wow.
What it was good, you know.
It made sense though.
It did.
It just it hurts because you love him so much.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's like that's where he probably belonged.
He was still a Kingslayer.
He was still a Kingslayer.
Still a Kingslayer.
Dude was sick, dude. But yeah, him and Jon Snow, my boy Jon Snow, my 2 favorite characters.
Yeah, I fucking love Jon Snow.
I hate how he became a bastard again. They're not.
I knew that show was going to be something different. If you haven't seen season 1, sorry, I'm spoiling it. When they fucking kill Ned Stark at the end of season 1.
Yeah,
that's when I knew. I was like, okay, this show's not like other shows.
That and the Red Wedding, dude. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that
dude.
Red Wedding.
They fucking killed off the guy that was on the cover of the season.
Yeah. That was what really kind of sucked a lot of people in, I think, was because people were like, "Oh, who's gonna die this time?" Like, because they'll literally kill anybody on that show, and you'll just be like,
that's actually what took me off of it.
When new episodes would drop, I could not wait to get home from work, and I would tell everyone, I was like, "Don't say shit about Game of Thrones. I don't want to hear it."
Me too. Don't.
Yo, I
We'd like
cried.
text each other to make sure that we both
Oh, yeah.
watched the episode before we
Yeah.
started talking about
And
it.
Greg can attest to this. I was bothered, like really legitimately frustrated and like cried when they killed Rob Stark and they like glued his dog's head to his head or whatever. Like they sewed his dog's head to mock him
Oh
as
yeah.
the Wolf
They
King.
sewed it onto his body.
Yeah,
Or they
sewed onto his
stuck
body.
spears through his body and with the dog's head on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they're making the wolf noises and like, "Here's your king," and blah, blah, blah. I was like,
Yeah,
"Damn,
the
I had to
wolf
pause it.
noises is what did it, man. They're like,
Yeah.
"Arr!"
Yeah, I'm like, y'all are fucked up for that. Y'all are petty, bro. Y'all had to do that shit.
That's right. He got his comeuppance, though. They got their comeuppance.
Oh, they definitely did.
All right, then. So,
My number 3, Greg already said, and that was Naruto. So I'm going on to you, Dustin.
both of them, or Naruto and Naruto Shippuden?
I mean, you can't have one without the other.
That's true.
It's all continuation.
Have you watched any of Boruto?
In that run.
Yeah, I've watched all of it.
I've heard it starts off kind of boring, but it actually kicks up pretty good towards the end.
Well, I mean, it's not at the end. It's a continuation. They just look at Boruto a little more, but Naruto's still in it, and he's still badass along with him and Sasuke. So,
Sasuke Nakamura.
well,
His last name wasn't Nakamura.
it wasn't.
Oh.
I don't know. Updated list.
Uchiha. It was his whole clan was the Uchiha, not the Nakamura.
I don't know. I never watched the show. Okay, nerd.
Uchiha.
That's
Calm
what I'm
down,
saying.
nerd.
I knew he hadn't seen it, so I wasn't going to correct him.
Calm down, nerd.
I
just
can't
know that
not correct
I
that.
don't know. I've heard like there's like TikTok sounds about Naruto. That's why.
Well, Greg, read the revised list.
All right, the revised list is here we go. Honorable mention: Lost, 10 American Gods, The Office, number 9, 8 Parks and Recreation, 7 Arrested Development, 6 Big Little Lies, 5
Good
The
pick.
Sopranos, 4 Dark, 3 Breaking Bad, 2 American Horror Story 1, and 1 Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks: The Return. Okay, so yeah, I like.
Oh, Twin Peaks: The Return. Okay, I haven't seen that one yet. I don't think. All right, Dustin, you're up. Number 2, or no, number 3 for you.
Number 3.
2 for me.
Number 3 is one of my favorite shows of all time, and that is Stranger Things.
Interesting.
I love Stranger Things.
Really?
I like it, but I'm not crazy about it.
I love one, of course, I love the nostalgia factor of it. It does the fan service nostalgia stuff like to perfection.
Not better than Cobra Kai.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch Cobra Kai, but I don't think it. I don't know. I don't have an opinion because I've heard a lot of good things about that show, so I'm not going to talk shit about it. I don't know. I love 11. I love the kids in the show. It's just, I don't know. It's just
It is a good show. I do enjoy it.
What,
I do
you said
enjoy
Heroes?
it. What?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Heroes. I'm like, Heroes is not a good.
Stranger Things.
Got you. Stranger Things.
And Dustin,
Season 1 of Heroes was great.
Oh yeah, season 1 was like awesome. But
since you're a fan, Dustin, does this look familiar?
Oh, that's cool.
That's the legit license plate from Indiana when I was a kid. So they actually copied the actual license plate.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's
detail.
cool about Stranger Things is like all that stuff is really accurate, like to the T, down to stuff like that.
Do you like Hopper? Is he one of your
Hopper
boys?
is probably one of my favorite characters on the show, especially like dude that last season when he writes that note to 11.
Oh,
Dude, if you're a
man.
dad,
Yeah. That was
if you're a
rough.
dad, you better get that fucking tissue box out,
Yeah,
right? Because
that was hard.
that shit was rough, dude. But it's a good show, man. Very good show.
see, here's my thing with it, and this is why kind of put me off on watching is I've seen all that 80s shit before, and I don't like to see anything.
It's
that's
not
just
like
with me.
It's not the
That's
same, man.
It's not the same. It's done well. You
That
can
80s
do
shit.
you can do fan service nostalgia well if you do it right.
Cobra Kai
It
did
is
teach me that. Yeah, you're right. I
It
need to give
is-
it a chance.
yeah. It's awesome. If you grew up in the 80s, then you know.
The evolution of beards.
We're back.
Yes, that's
And
right.
it's also
I'm not
accurate to like, dude, because like all of us grew up in the 80s, dude. We all fucking rode our bikes around and
Yep.
played in the fucking woods
Yep.
and just, that's the kind of shit that we did when we were kids.
I
And
need
the
to
whole,
watch
and then
it.
you add the sci-fi factor to it. It's
authentic Spielberg.
Well,
but
you
it's
can
not
still play in the
Pixar.
woods. You just have to play games like The Forest, and you can ride a
Farming
bike
Man.
on GTA.
Dirt Club Horse.
Isn't it crazy though when you think? I was thinking about this the other day, like because we all got kids except for Lawrence. Like, dude, we used to just go outside, and our parents had no fucking clue what we were doing.
Exactly.
It'd just be gone all day.
We'd be gone all day, dude.
Yo, that's how guys got kidnapped, though, man.
At
That's
like
a big
9
deal.
years old, like 10 years old, we were just out there fucking. Dude, my mom would send me outside, and I would be gone for the whole fucking day.
You'd be out
She'd
with
be
You
your
like-
had to be
squad.
back before the street lights came on.
Yeah, she'd
right?
say, "Come, yeah, like legit," or
Yep.
she'd say, "Come back every couple hours and check in, make sure you're okay." Dude,
Yeah.
would you let any of your kids do that now?
No.
Certainly
Never.
Too many
Never.
cycles, dude.
Certainly not.
What the hell were our parents thinking, dude?
I
I
get
don't know.
nervous
Yeah, I
when my
would go
kid
out
gets out of my
in the
sight
woods.
now, man.
Like,
Like it,
Dude,
Way
when I
out
was
in the
like
woods.
when I was 14, I used to ride my bike from one end of Pass Christian to the other so that I could go to my friend's house, like a 5-mile bike ride.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Dustin, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but we have a serial killer in Mississippi. Like a cop was he telling you, Greg, or me?
yeah, he said but he wasn't really saying a. He just said they are. He's like they still exist. But they have someone that they're
used to
looking
yell
at.
at me about going in and out. You pick one. You either stay inside,
Mhm.
stay inside, or stay
I
out.
see that.
You're letting all the
That's good.
damn air out.
Yeah, you live.
Yeah. That rubbed off on me because I don't like my doors open now. Like in the summer, especially, I have to make sure my shit's closed.
It's just crazy to me, man. Our parents were just like, "Hey, let them go." Nowadays, we're like, "Hell nah."
But all right. So Corey, number 2.
All right, number 2 is I know it's a damn good show if you can lock me in on it, and it's about something I really don't give a shit about. So that's what my number 2 did.
Oh shit.
Straight
Wrong
to
button.
I could
So
give a
how-
shit. I could give a shit about crystal meth, but
Have
that
you watched the
show
whole
sure as
series?
hell. Yes, I watched it all in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Like,
That's
I
right.
couldn't
'Cause I remember
stop
you told me
watching
you
it.
started watching it. So what about Better Call Saul? Have you done any of that yet?
I've watched like the first season, and I know I need to get back into it. I was going to ask you, do you know, is it going to like the end of it going to tie into the beginning of?
Yes, and I'll
Okay.
tell. And like I said earlier, this most recent season of Better Call Saul was as good as any season of Breaking Bad to me.
I actually want to do it like I did that and wait for it to be over and then just binge it. So
Yeah, and the good thing about Better Call Saul is like you get more of characters that you already know,
Like
so you
Gustavo.
like kind of want to see what they're gonna do. So, and plus you get more Mike, man. I love Mike.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna kind of binge it when it finishes. So
All right, my number 2 is a show that I've watched at least 3 or 4 times now, and I absolutely love it. Lost. I was late to the party on this show. Like I started it after it was already a few seasons in, and I was hooked, man.
You
It
missed the episode of Lost. You got lost.
Oh man, it was so good. Like the mystery, man, that they did on the show that was just intriguing. It was another one of those shows like Game of Thrones. I could not wait until the next episode came out. And the whole stuff with the hatch, like the big build to the hatch, like what was in the hatch and things like that. It was awesome.
Remember the countdown? You had to press the button every time.
Yep.
Count? Yeah.
It was good writing, man. It was a great show. But I actually kind of want to go back and watch it again, to be honest. A lot of people had problems with the ending of it. I really didn't, honestly. But
There was no way to terminate that show better. I mean, there was just nothing else they could have done.
exactly. You had people on the island, off the island. You had different fucking.
Some people were never even on the fucking island.
I mean, eventually you had time travel. So
Yeah,
I mean, the show went everywhere. It was
Polar Bear, like the kid had magic. He could summon shit from the comics.
exactly.
It was all over the place. But all right, my number 2 is a cartoon, so Corey gets the satisfaction of mocking me.
Oh yeah.
But it was a good cartoon. It was Justice League, the animated series. This show, I don't see why Warner Brothers doesn't just steal every episode from this and make it live action. They would
That
have
looks
gold.
pre-2000. I'm just saying.
See, that's a Batman.
This is a Batman. That's a Superman.
Mhm.
This is what they all look like they're supposed to. That's a Green Lantern. That's a Flash. Like, make them look like
That's right.
this and just put it on the live screen and you'll have a hit. This show had some dark storylines, man.
Are you saying Wonder Woman wasn't good?
The movie?
Yeah.
It was nothing to lose our minds over.
Oh, it sucked.
It sucked, yeah. But yeah, this show was just everyone was special. The villains,
Why haven't we got another Flash movie?
It's coming. Flashpoint with that guy.
That's Michael Keaton's going to be Batman in that, right?
Yeah, he's gonna show up as Batman from the Tim Burton universe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's gonna be special.
Yeah, they're trying to do some. They're trying to copy the Spider-Man multiverse shit.
Yeah. Hey, come on, man.
Fucking DC can't do anything.
Stay away from my fucking Spider-Man.
But it's not Batman related. They start to go. They suck.
Speaking of Batman, I will say that after seeing the movie, I don't hate the Riddler costume anymore.
Yeah,
We're
we
too
don't give
harsh on it.
apology, Corey. Was that you?
Did you know that the glasses that he has on the
Belongs to the real Zodiac.
actually are from the actual from Jim Carrey's Riddler?
Oh
did not
no,
know
I didn't
that.
know that.
It's a
Now that I
little-
think about it, it is.
It's a little Easter egg,
Is that why they have the little initials Enigma on the inside of it? It
probably.
says Enigma.
It was a little homage, a little Easter egg that they stuck in there.
To Jim
I just
Carrey.
made that shit up. I don't know if it's really there or not.
I don't know. I haven't
No,
seen the movie yet. I just saw that on TikTok yesterday.
I just whenever I know you guys were shitting on that Riddler costume when you first saw it, and it just gave me like Zodiac vibes. So
That's what they went for. When you see it in practice on screen, it works. I'm telling you. Like I'm
yeah.
why didn't y'all think of this before? This makes so much sense for Riddler. Oh, Jonathan's saying no.
Nothing.
Jonathan, I gotta hear your thoughts on this.
Nothing.
You're invited. You're invited. Tomorrow.
Is it Robert Pattinson? Is that? Can you just not get past the Robert Pattinson thing?
To be brief, I thought Robert Pattinson did a good job as Batman.
Just not emo Bruce Wayne.
He was not good as
Okay, I see where you're getting at on that. Yeah,
But
you're right.
so like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I have seen a lot of like the spoiler-free reviews about the movie because I really wanted to see if it was going to be another one of those DC movies that's so hyped and then just fucking disappoints everybody.
This one's definitely worth watching.
It's 3 hours, but it's worth it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
from what I've gathered though is like this is like a younger version of Bruce Wayne, right? Like before he becomes the real like playboy type Bruce
it's
Wayne.
before he knew what the fuck he wanted to do with the
It's-
company,
yeah.
basically.
It's
Yeah.
year 2.
So it makes
Batman
more
was
sense
saying
for
that.
him to be that way, correct or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But we'll hear
Yeah.
Jonathan's. Yeah,
He hasn't found himself yet, Jonathan.
he hasn't found himself yet. That's what the movie's about, really.
He's
Find another movie.
emotional, bro. Okay.
Yeah, emotional.
He's learning how to fight. But that's neither here nor there. We'll discuss that later.
I will say, I after seeing some other Robert Pattinson movies, I will take all the bad things I've ever said about that guy.
Yeah, he's a
I
good
tell you,
actor.
I tell you what, if you haven't seen it, watch Good Time because that damn movie is the most tense, insane movie you'll ever see.
He's
Well-
a very good actor.
What I want to watch is Jonathan tell me his number 2 pick.
Yeah, Jonathan. What's your number two?
pick is one of my top shows of all time.
What the fuck? How could I not put this
Chappelle
on?
Show.
Oh my God, did we?
Chappelle Show.
What is wrong with us, man?
Like,
Ooh.
dude, you know what?
Quit making your
Chappelle
list
Show-
half hour before the show. Yeah.
Chappelle needs its Chappelle Show just has to be in its own list.
Can I
Okay,
revise
Yeah.
my list like last minute?
Chappelle Show was so good that it just needs to be a number one. Like,
Oh yeah,
there is nothing that compares to that fucking show.
nothing.
That
Yeah,
one
it's
and my
funny.
number one were tit for tat.
When it
I
comes
mean,
to
it-
comedy, it was the Mecca.
And it was like, dude, I remember it like broke records for people like buying the DVD.
Yeah,
I had the DVD. I watched it a million times,
Yep,
dude.
I bought the whole season.
I'll say this:
The whole first season and second season.
Dave Chappelle was comedy for the 2000s. Like he was your go-to. Kevin Hart couldn't hold a candle to this guy.
I still think he's the GOAT, dude. Like even now, he's still his comedy now is still even just it's so superior. Like I know it's controversial or whatever you want to call it, but he still got it, man.
Well,
To
this
me,
is gonna
there's
sound weird, but he almost doesn't do stand up now. It kind of transcends stand up. He just stands up there and talks about shit for.
It's almost storytelling.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
to me, there's two comedians that I'm guaranteed to laugh every single time I see them on screen, and that's Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr. Those two right there, I'm guaranteed to laugh.
Those are my top two. Those are my top two comedians. Like those are the two funniest guys on the planet to me.
You know what's sad?
I was actually no. You want to know what's sad, Lawrence? Is that I had tickets to see Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan in New Orleans at the Smoothie King
I
Center
don't know about that Rogan shit.
right before COVID hit.
Oh, that is fucking sad.
The COVID.
Fucking
Really, everything.
Yeah, right.
Well, I held on to my Bill Burr tickets for 2 years and finally got to go. So.
Well, I went through a divorce, and my ex-wife ended up with the tickets, and then she sold them.
What?
She got custody of the tickets.
Custody of the tickets.
They were under our old bank account, so she got the money.
Women for
Is she
everything.
still above ground?
Yes, unfortunately.
What's sad was like I thought Dane Cook was like the comedian.
He was joking. He was joking.
Right. I love Dane Cook. Then someone told me about Dave Chappelle. I watched him. I couldn't watch Dane Cook no more.
Nope.
He wasn't funny.
Dane Cook was good for his time.
Yeah.
But he became outdated. Dave Chappelle stands the test of time. So
even Chappelle's old shit still holds up.
Still holds up.
Still go back and listen to it.
Yep.
All right, Corey.
That was my blockbuster.
Number one.
I think it's Dustin, right?
Turn.
Oh, Dustin. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you, buddy. You're number two.
My number two has been mentioned before, but it is one of my most favorite shows of all time, and it's Shameless.
Hell yeah.
I wish you would finish it, but you know.
Yeah, well, I just need to watch the last season, I think.
I think that's me too. I need to do the last. It's hard to find the time, dude.
Dude, I got so much shit going on, and it's hard to sit down and watch TV, man. Especially when you got a small kid who takes the TV over most of the time.
Greg was talking shit about you have not finished it. He hadn't finished it.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I was thinking of Rescue Me. I forgot that on Shameless, he's more caught up.
Yeah, on Shameless, I'm just one season.
Because he got me into Rescue Me, and then I fucking fell in love with it, and then he never finished it.
Well, like the last season aired when I was in the Navy, and I was like deployed, so I didn't get to really watch it, and then I just never reapproached it. Now that they're streaming and stuff, though, I need to sit down and just rewatch the whole thing.
All right. Well, we're pushing 2 hours, so Corey, let's do number one.
All right, number one. To me, the greatest season of TV I've ever seen.
True Detective, man. I
applaud you on that.
Respect your number one very much.
Corey wins again.
The chemistry between those two, man, is unmatched.
What I'm thinking is like, why didn't anyone think of that before? Woody Harrelson and
they did Ed TV together. They did something else together too.
Yeah, they're like best friends. They actually got in trouble because they were smoking weed and playing
together in Ed TV. I love Ed TV.
Playing the hacky sack.
They have to be brothers, dude. Somewhere along their gene pool, they're related.
Yeah, I actually left that show off of my list just because it's an anthology show, and
I had the same.
One of the seasons is not good. But yes, what Corey said about it being one of the best seasons of television ever, he is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
like, dude, when you find out who the guy is in season one, it sent chills up your spine because you're like, I saw that dude before, and you just didn't realize, and that's real life. How many times have you met someone who's probably a serial killer? How many times you shook hands with somebody that's doing some crazy shit behind closed doors? You just never know. Brilliant show.
Well, nor do I care.
Brilliant.
because nor do I care.
You ain't killing me. I don't care.
Oh, by the way, also in that season, the Alexandria Daddario scene. That has to be mentioned, by the way.
All right, my number one has already been mentioned, but it definitely still deserves its spot. Game of Thrones.
Whoa, number one?
No show did I ever get excited about weekly more than I did Game of Thrones. And the music, man. Oh, yeah.
Greg, you actually listen to the soundtrack in your car. That's some nerd shit. But
I still have some of it on my phone now.
Listen. I haven't watched the show, and I still have it on my phone.
Bumping Game of Thrones in his car.
You haven't watched the show, Jonathan?
I have never watched the show. I watched the first 3 episodes. I said, nope, I'm out.
No, okay, so let me tell you, you gotta get through those first 3 episodes.
Yeah, I said the same thing. After
I got through them.
Oh.
No, you gotta you have to just keep it go. You have to. The first season is weird. Like, I don't want to say that it's bad, but it has it's very slow, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it is slow, but once the pieces start to come together, Greg
used to bitch at me all the time for not watching this show, and I had it, and I would go and I would watch like 3 episodes, and I would be like, I just can't get into this show.
Here's the problem with the first seasons: they throw a whole lot of characters at you all at once, and you're left watching, being like, okay, who are these people, and why the fuck do I care about them? And they don't really give you a reason to until about 4 or 5.
I probably tried 4 times to get into the show before I finally actually sat down and started really watching it.
I think when I tried to watch, I think that we were into maybe the 4th season, and I asked a question to Greg, and that question was, "Who is still alive from the 1st season?" And he said, "Nobody." It's like 1 or 2. It's like 1 or 2 is still alive. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
No, the thing. Okay, so the thing about that though is like he was saying, like, Ned Stark gets killed off in the 1st season. He's like on the cover, but after a while, you forget about that because you've fallen in love with so many of the other characters.
And the thing that they do is so good is, even though they will kill off a character you like, they'll introduce you to another character you love. So
yeah,
it's
Well, you never know. I might get back in.
You should just give it another shot. I'm telling you, because I feel you. I was in the same boat where I was just like, every time I put it on, I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't know. And then, like, 4 times, dude, because Greg just kept yelling at me, like, you need to watch the show. Give it another chance. Give it another chance. And like, okay, so then I sit down. I watch 2 episodes. I never turn it on again. And then, like, a year later, Greg was like, you need to watch the show. So I
finally they'll make a character that was
Did
they do that? They did, huh, Lawrence?
Oh, no kidding.
That's crazy, man.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.
That was a very good point.
Yeah,
you're right.
Thank you, Lawrence. Look at his face. Look at his dumb face right now.
I think he's out. I'm gonna go ahead and give you Lawrence's number 1. It's Reba.
Hey, don't shit on Reba, okay? That was a good show too.
Fan.
I was in the same boat. Yeah.
I don't know
What?
Who Lawrence is doing. Lawrence,
why are you doing the Bill Cosby thing?
Jello pudding.
You about to bring us some pudding pops?
Pudding pops.
They're probably laced with Quaaludes. Yeah.
What were you saying,
frozen.
Lawrence?
Well,
hey, Lawrence.
I'm still stuck.
Lawrence, what is your thoughts on Game of Thrones?
Look at that picture.
It was worse before when it was all.
Poor Lawrence.
Poor fella.
All right, Jonathan. Well, we're gonna skip him. We'll do your number 1. We'll come back to him.
He's still frozen.
That's great. Poor fella. Well, this one is another personal favorite. Of course it is. This is all favorites, I guess.
I can't get past that picture.
That was not even bad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he
That
left.
is The Wire.
The Wire. That's a
You
show that I
know-
watched the first season, and then I just
I
stopped.
was gonna have The Wire on my list, but I didn't want to have two cop shows. That's the reason I just like. Well, I like True Detective better than The Wire, so
That's a show that I need
first-
to reapproach.
Well,
I
the
need to
first
watch
season's
it.
good. Second season is okay, but needed for the third. And the third
Yeah.
is really great. Fourth and fifth are not
first
so great.
season was hands down the best. Though first season was
Either first or third. I mean, I would put either of them up for best.
which one was the one where Omar died? What season was that?
That's the last one. He gets
Oh,
killed.
that was-
like,
that
the
was
second
real
last
life.
episode.
That was real life
Yeah,
because
so-
Omar is dead in real life.
Spoilers. Sorry.
He's also dead in real life.
So,
Is he really?
Yeah, he died this year.
Like
Oh,
he's in Battlefield 2042 as one of the characters, and then he died.
Now Jonathan
Like right
got
after the game.
frozen. We got
No!
frozen Jonathan
Yeah,
now.
that's right. We killed Lawrence because
Oh,
his
there we
number
go. You're
was
back.
going to be shit anyways.
Back.
Oh, he's back.
Back-
Yeah, why'd
is
you
he-
boot me off, dude?
I didn't.
Somebody moved you off.
You were stuck, bro.
No,
You
my
were
internet was
frozen.
perfect. All my bars were up.
No,
You
your
are
bars,
bullshit.
your bars were on
All right,
delay.
well, we're going back to you, Lawrence. What's your number one?
What's your number one?
We missed
It's-
your whole thing about Game of Thrones,
No,
by the way.
'cause
Whatever you were
let me
saying.
finish my thing about Game of Thrones, dude.
Okay.
I was saying basically, Jonathan, the reason why you need to watch it is because, man, the sex scenes in that show are just fucking crazy.
Now hold on a minute. You're saying to me
That's all I had to say.
I can literally watch sex scenes anytime, of any day, ever. With the
Literally, you
the
can pull it up on your phone.
But
Yeah,
you
right
were killing
now,
sex
I can
scenes,
Sex
so-
scenes on Pornhub are killer too. I don't know if you
Yeah,
noticed
there's
that.
penetration on
Not,
Maybe-
not when
maybe
there's
you've heard
dragons
of it.
involved. Not when there's dragons involved.
That's
Oh yeah.
You can
I'm
get
sure
dragons involved on porn.
If I dig far enough, I'll find it.
I can't, I
And
can't
you
get off
probably
without
have to dig
dragons.
that far, honestly.
Oh, Greg, did you screenshot
That's what
that
we waited
FaceTime
all
link?
this time for Lawrence to come back to tell us about.
Yeah, it might as well stayed gone, huh?
Well, how about you tell us your number one?
I don't think there is there any gay sex scenes in Game of Thrones. I don't think there is.
There is Diego. Is that his
You would
name?
know.
The darn what the fuck? There is one.
what's your number one?
My
I,
number
I
one.
actually already told him your number one, Lawrence.
What was it?
It was Reba, right?
Reba. Oh hell no! I used to avoid Reba.
Okay.
She's a national treasure.
Sure she is. She looks like a doll, like a little puppet doll thing.
So it's number one,
Tell me
goddammit!
your
You
fucking
talk
number
your
one.
fuck-
My
Jesus.
number
Talk
one
about-
was Smallville.
It would be.
All that for Smallville?
Smallville, all
would be.
10 seasons. Now, when Lex Luthor left in season 5, it wasn't
Yeah,
as
well,
good.
he loves lame ass fucking Superman. So
Nah, Smallville was different because it was like One Tree Hill with a Superman character in it, so it's legitimate. Even if you don't like Superman,
if you want to watch, a really bad cheesy early 2000s show with the worst fucking special effects you've ever seen in your life, watch that show.
no, because it had a
That's
lot of charm.
Smallville.
It had a lot of charm to it, though.
Sure.
You want a fun fact about that show?
What's that?
Michael Rosenbaum that played Lex. I used to work with his mom.
What? Corey wins again. Corey knows everybody, dude.
He's from
Lawrence.
like around here, so
This is better than the sex scenes in Game of Thrones.
I mean, if anybody could find dragon porn, it would definitely be Dan.
yeah. He's got a whole dragon porn section in his library. So.
Probably.
Oh man, Jonathan had to leave. He just couldn't handle it. He's like,
Did we get his number one before?
Yeah, remember Lynn Lawrence
Oh,
one?
that's not-
I did The Wire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
The
right.
Wire.
All right, Dustin, you're next.
Mine is also Game of Thrones, and I liked the fucking last season, so suck my
Like the
dick.
sex scenes.
if this makes me gay, then I understand. I try to make deep throners a thing. Like fans of the show, I was gonna have us call deep throners. What do you think of that?
Shut up, Lawrence.
It's too much like deep throaters. I'm not down.
But yeah, I loved Game of Thrones. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times and all the way through. And
Who was your
Who was
favorite
your favorite
character?
character?
Jon
Take back on
Snow.
word.
Good.
Yeah, Jon Snow. Everyone was head
You know
over heels
what?
for Tyrion.
At
but-
one point, mine was Tyrion Lannister, but then he pissed me off towards the end. So
I did like. I mean, I like Tyrion too, and I did
he got
like.
played out.
I did enjoy Jamie's Lannister's.
and what's
character.
weird is towards the end, I actually started to like Cersei. Even though
I
she
never
was,
liked her. I
I
honestly,
never
the
liked
way
her.
the way she went out, I hated it. I wanted more.
oh, an orc appearance.
Or what's going on? He looks like Riddler.
What I hated about fuck, what was I gonna say?
I love that picture,
Alright.
man.
Hell, getting old.
Anyways, yeah,
The evolution
Game
of
of Thrones.
heroes.
great fucking
Here's
show.
a question for you. Since it was on nobody's list whatsoever, who is still watching The Walking Dead? Why is that shit still on?
Don't know.
I honestly, Corey, I ask myself that every day.
I stopped after season 2.
And they even have a spin-off show that is
Fear
still
the
on.
Walking Dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The show got
Because the
really.
women really like Daryl. That's why they love them some
I
Daryl.
love them some Daryl. They do. They love
Daryl
that guy.
They have
Man,
because
Daryl.
they have a cult fan base. So the people that watch that show are like, die hard fans. But if you talk to most people that were like into that show in the beginning, most of them don't watch it anymore.
Nope, I don't.
It's just
I
so
stopped.
bad now.
Fuck, ages ago.
Yeah, I think like season 5 or 6 was maybe whenever Glenn gets stuck under that trash can. That was the last time I ever watched Walking Dead.
And then there's a big deal about Negan, and I was like, "Fuck Negan."
And then like Fear the Walking Dead was cool the first season because you kind of get to see because it's like a prequel to like the whole zombie apocalypse. You kind of see how it all goes down. But the whole time I was watching it, I was like, okay, this is just going to become another, it's just going to become Walking Dead in another part of the world. That's it, which is what it is now. So,
Hey, Jamie, fun fact about that. That wasn't her actual naked body. It was a naked double. A body
Stunt
double.
cock.
Stunt cock. No. It wasn't her actual naked body. But
So, I forgot what I was going to say. Goddamn.
Nope.
Never mind.
we're old.
yeah, I did the same thing just now, Greg.
I had a thought, but Lawrence completely derailed it.
No, Jamie did.
But yeah, Game of Thrones was great, and even the last season. So, suck it.
All right, well, Dustin, I'm going to give you the honors of reading off our Patreon people here. So do your thing.
Thank you to S'mores Indoors, Shelby W, Hayden Cornelius, Jay the Stingray, Orc 145626, and our very own Jonathan Cantrell.
You got to put some energy behind that. You're like, s'mores and doors, show W.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Lawrence.
Yeah, there's your energy,
You want to
bitch.
do it? You
Use
wanna
that
have
for the
energy?
names.
You do it.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, so that was our list show. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who
Greg needs to
watched
get
and
back to
listened.
playing Rust quickly.
No,
Wants to
I
take
need to
back all the
fucking
Nazi
get out of this
lessons
hot
that
ass
I
room and get me a shower is what I need. But
Check my base.
Shower with you.
yep, you know how it is. So
You're fine, Jamie.
if you like what you heard, check out our description. We got a Patreon down there if you want to throw us some support. Follow us on Twitter, even though we don't post much. Follow us on TikTok, which Dustin fails to post on. We are the True Slackercast. So until next time.
Hey,
Slack
hold
off,
on, hold
guys.
on.
Oh, no,
Hold
wait.
on. Guys.
I want to promote a show real quick.
Okay, go ahead, Corey. Sorry.
So Sunday night on S'mores Indoors, 7 p.m. Central. Going to have one of the bigger shows we've had in quite a while. I'm going to pull something up here if you don't mind showing it.
Go ahead.
Oh, go
In
ahead.
honor of March Madness, we're going to be doing the greatest horror movie of all time, 64 movie elimination tournament.
Oh shit, I kind of
And
like
we're
that.
we're gonna have some huge guests that are kind of royalty in the YouTube horror community on the panel. So
How are you determining how one gets eliminated? Is it like
the
a
panel's
voting
going to
panel?
vote. The panel's
Okay.
going to vote on each matchup until we get down to one. So
All right. Well,
Don't
this
get
is
eliminated.
Is it impossible to have a tie, or do you have something that's like a tiebreaker?
the panel will probably be an odd number of people. So
Gotcha.
There we go.
well. We should steal Corey's idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we should definitely steal
We
it.
should
Oh,
call
I
it
like that.
scary battle.
We'll do it for our best porns.
That's porn.
No, get out of here.
64
with that
tournament
bullshit.
porn elimination, but only 70s porn.
70s. Oh, sleazy.
It's a little.
Well, Lawrence only likes gay porn.
Oh, a little more hairy than I like.
I only like amateur porn.
All right, we're out of here. Bye, everybody. Until next time.
Slack off, guys.
Slack off. Hey, don't forget to slack off.